दिक्कत डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द रूम हो सकती है। अगर रूम तुम्हारा विंडो विंडो तुम्हारा अगर बिल्डिंग के अंदर ओपन होता है तो फिर थोड़ा गर्मी तो लगेगा नॉन एसी में।
प्रॉपर वेंटिलेटेड रूम हुआ तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, चिल करो।
भैया KP10B में 3 बेड नॉन एसी में ज्यादा दिक्कत होगा क्या?
10B से अगर कोई तो रिप्लाई कर दो। मैं तो 7AB से था।
हम लोग को टेम्पररी KP10B में रखा गया है और बोला जा रहा है कि परमानेंटली चेंज होगा, मतलब कुछ महीनों के बाद।
देखो तुम्हारा रूम जैसा भी है ना, अगर नॉन एसी है, इफ इट इज इन द फर्स्ट और सेकंड फ्लोर, वो ठंडा रहेगा, लाइक उतनी गर्मी नहीं होगी। बट अगर तुम्हारा थर्ड या फोर्थ फ्लोर पे है तो लाइक दोपहर के टाइम में यू विल फेस इश्यूज। बट अगेन यू
भैया
यू नो
8 फ्लोर
लाइफ
पे है।
हैक। हाँ बोलो।
8 फ्लोर पे है।
8th फ्लोर पे है और नॉन एसी है तो लाइक हाँ, थोड़ा थोड़ा गर्मी लगेगा लाइक आफ्टरनून टाइम पे।
अरे भाई, तुमको गर्मी लगे तुम लाइब्रेरी भाग जाना, सिंपल।
हाँ, लाइब्रेरी में एसी रहता है।
इनके लिए रीडिंग रूम, इनको तो लाइब्रेरी से ऐसे अलाउड नहीं होगा ना।
हाँ,
अच्छा,
फर्स्ट
KP10
में
में
अलाउड नहीं
रीडिंग
है।
रूम है? KP10 में
KP10B में
रीडिंग रूम है?
वहीं से ज्वाइन किए हुए हैं अभी।
अच्छा, अगर वहाँ रीडिंग रूम है तो देखना वहाँ एसी होगा शायद, तो वहाँ जाके बैठ सकते हो जस्ट इन केस
हाँ,
गर्मी ज्यादा लगता है तुम्हें
एसीज
तो।
है रीडिंग रूम में।
हाँ, तो वहाँ जाके बैठ जाओ अगर ज्यादा गर्मी लगता है तो।
Harshit, should we start?
Yes, 1 second. Okay. Isha, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
So guys, let's start.
Hello, everyone. A very warm good evening and a heartily welcome to MSc Presents MSc KIIT HACKTOBERFEST 2022. HACKTOBERFEST has started and we are here to help you get started with it. Code, no code, any quality contribution matters. And that is what the spirit of open source is. Lots of informative sessions to be held to help you begin the journey. Before we proceed with the commencement of the event, allow us to introduce what MSc is all about. We started back in 2018 and being a technical community, it has always been our goal to grow and endorse the thought of tech for all by providing opportunities to students to work on projects and boost their analytical and logical skills. We also partner with various technical societies and organizations across the nation to strengthen the implementation of a shared course. We have conducted multiple events in the past, including DEDRIS, the largest tech event. Much like DEDRIS, we also had Fronted with Benefits, the first offline technical event post-COVID at KIIT, and the most recent event, DevOps Workshop, which was undoubtedly a great success. So we are here with another 2-day tech-savvy, interactive and informative session. Now, I would like to introduce you to our special speaker, who was once a lovable Kittian just like us. He hustled hard and followed his passion. Today, he's a software engineer at JFrog, working on the installer team to build Kubernetes operator for deployment and management of application. He's a certified Kubernetes administrator. He's working as a maintainer of CNCF incubating project LitmusChaos. He has taken multiple sessions at multinational level. I can assure you that he's the best speaker in the room to guide us about open source. So please give a loud cheer for Oum Kale. Over to you, Bhaiya.
Thank you, Isha. Thank you so much for this warm onboarding of mine. So let me share my screen. Is it allowed for me?
So yeah, you can share.
I'm not able to share my screen. Yeah, now I can. Okay, so hi everyone, how are you? I saw a lot of interesting questions in chat. It was a lot of like hostel, about college, first year student. A lot of first year students are here, second year students are here. I'm so happy to see you guys are much active in actual technical things now. Like we can see now you are in the open source meetup, like one of where you are already interested to learn more about the open source and get into the technical skills and all. I'm very happy to see this. And in fact, at my time, we were not much activated like you guys are. You are like fantastic guys. Clap for yourself also. And I also happy to see second year guys. Nice to see you here. I believe that some of the third year guys also here. Let me see. Okay, so today we will talk about the open source and the HACKTOBERFEST. What exactly the open source and HACKTOBERFEST is all about, and what is the exact way to get contribute and win the swags, and what is the procedure, what is the GitHub, what are the repos, what is the technical skills you require. We all say that we either you are a technical guy or non-technical guy. How it exactly helps you open source to get to land at a stage where you can get confidence on yourself. Like, so we'll talk much about in depth about that. Thank you, Isha, for giving me a small intro. I'm just taking since I have already well prepared PPT, so I will spend 1 minute here. So I'm a software engineer at JFrog. It's a R&D team in India, where I'm working on the Kubernetes operators. I'm certified Kubernetes administrator, also maintainer, reviewer, member of the in CNCF incubating project LitmusChaos. It's a big project. Also maintainer of my own project. It's a career easy. Also I'm a speaker at the Open Source Summit Latin America 2022. Also Kubernetes Community Days, Sri Lanka, Taiwan, and many lot of places. Also Docker community, all hands. Also I went recently to Dublin to attend the Open Source Summit Europe, and I'm into the lot of open source stuff. Also, I mean, apart from my tech career, I'm also international rated chess player, and I have won a lot of national, international level competitions. And after all, I'm same like you. I'm level KTN with the 2021 batch pass out. I have a small question for all of you guys. Okay, how many of you don't have actually a GitHub account? Can you like anyone says like? Since I'm not able to see your charts, can someone just say that how many hands are raised?
10 to 15 people.
There are
Okay.
I'm still counting.
20 to 30.
16, 17.
Numbers are
16,
increasing.
13.
Okay, so
It's okay. We'll start from the very basic, right?
exactly. So today's talk is it's actually from scratch level. So don't hesitate, guys. Just raise your hand. Just be open today. Ask whatever question you wanted to ask. We will discuss each and everything. It's not a bad. Okay. So since if you are in the third year, then I might say it's bad. And if you are in second year, it's so. If you are first year, it's okay to don't have account on GitHub or anywhere like in. So what exactly why I've asked this question, right? Why GitHub account I asked? So what is exactly in today's era, GitHub is a place where most of the repositories are there. What exactly repository? Let's say like what we do locally, right? We have a lot of code written locally, and we have saved it in a folder, like in some folder, project name and date, something like that, right? Instead of keeping that in our local machine, we can put it on some application, right? Like GitHub, where we can actually put. And GitHub is a place where most of the repositories, project, everything is presented. GitHub, GitLab, these are the open source platforms actually. Sorry, not open source. It's a place where it's a platform where we can put our source codes, right? So exactly this is the place. So go. It's the first thing to do after this talk is go and open your GitHub account. Okay. So why we are going to why we need a GitHub account? We will talk more in depth with the time. Let's have a second question. if you have a GitHub account, then how many of you have already contributed to some repo? It's not necessary to keep contribute outside repo. You might have contributed to your own repo, git push. How many of you have done this?
There are a few 10, 12, 13, 15, 16, yeah. 21,
Yes,
20,
25 approx.
yeah,
I'm still
around 25.
counting, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. This sounds great, man. So many of are already aware of this GitHub things to keep our code base at GitHub and to keep on contributing. So why we are talking? Okay, so what is the standards, right? So instead of keeping your code locally, it's better to keep on some platform, right? So that people or some in the future, when some recruiter comes, or even someone just interested what you have done, he has Google something is similar way that he found your repo and he has came to you, right? Somewhere like you have some place where people can come and see your profile, right? So this is the GitHub where in today's area it's one of the most important thing to showcase. Okay, so it's really sounds good to me if you already contributed. The third and interesting question is that if you're a contributor, then where is the party, man? Anybody has raised the hand to give us party? No raise, no hand, no issue. We MSC have a party for you. We have a lot of great talks, right? Okay, so let's move ahead. Let's talk about the actual thing now. What is the open source and Hacktoberfest? So open source is a way like, okay, so it's in 1983, one of the MIT guy who has thought like instead of putting my code closely towards only to one person, me, he opened his code keep so that all around the globe can see it, and he's believed that it will be very useful. Like if we keep things open, people can come, they can understand it, they can use for their own purpose. If they wanted to improvise something, they can come and actually raise a GitHub pull request, and they can actually fix and make much more better the existing code base. So it's more on like one thing. Those who it's those who have their own project, they can keep on the GitHub and make it as open source. To make it open source, like simple, there are couple of license like MIT and Apache, like it's famous. So we can give a license, and so that people can come, they can view it, they can use their for own. But let's take example. Okay, you are writing some, you are developing some app or website or anything, right? So you must be using couple of things from Google, right? So let's take example, you want some function. Okay, you are building some application, you wanted some function to do some specific task, and you just Google it how to do it, and you found some function already somewhere in Google, right? Some GitHub or somewhere it is already there. You can simply copy that function and use that for your own purpose, right? And if you with the time, if you found that if this function needs some more advanced things like this, some more edge cases to be handled, you can simply raise a PR there. So what exactly I'm trying to say is open source is a place where projects are open. You can go, you can use for your own purpose, you can actually contribute that project, and you can raise pull request and make your GitHub much more greener, right? So why open source is important now? Let's talk. In first year, second year, third year, I also gone through your phase, so I can understand each and everything. So instead of more like what should be our focus, right? In first year, second and third year, what should be our mindset? First year, just get some knowledge. Your first priority should be get some knowledge. Either learn machine learning, either learn Kubernetes, either learn front end, back end, MongoDB, using MongoDB. Any skill, just learn it. Just learn it. And the most important thing, you have to keep constant first year, second year, third is the coding thing. So no matter what skill you are learning, no matter it's open source, closed source, company for placement, you have to code. Why it is important to keep coding? Because it opens your mind to your logical things get more. You start thinking, and just first yearly, just focus on learning skills. At the end of first year, second year, you will get hands-on things, right? So that time, go and just Google. If you are a cloud want, if you are interested in Docker, if you are interested in Kubernetes, just go search any repo, just open that repo, clone it to your local setup, and just start playing with it. So what is the advantage of this? If you get some open source project, which is already a good project, which is productionized and it's used by lot of people all around the globe, so you will, once you open that, you will definitely get something to get improvised. It's nothing that every project is fully matured. If any project, you will get something to get modified that, right? So just find that thing, improve that code base, just modify that thing, again raise a PR in that repo. What it will give? It will give a confidence for a real life project where you will contribute to the productionized project. It's a bigger project. So that first thing, it will help you. Second thing, how it will help you? It will help you in like actually getting a job, right? So if you keep on contributing some project, just contact. It's a very high chances they will hire you directly. It's not so just learn your skills. First step should be learning the skill. Second step should be just open your open the any repo, just start contributing. And third thing, how it will helpful is like you will get much more hands-on on the project. Your eyes will be much more clear on what exactly your skills are. Like you will get much more faster things. You will understand the basic things of your skills. You will understand much more advanced things also. Once you start contributing, you will read more documentation. You will learn more things. So it is very helpful for you and the open source project as well. So there's three things which will actually help in open source. It sounds good, right? Everyone is with me, or anyone is just taking nap like this? What Bhai is saying. Okay, I'm not able to see again your scene. Someone can just say that how many hands are there, how many are sleeping, and how many are actually listening me.
Everyone is catching a bit easy.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, so now you got the open source, right? What open source is and how it is going to help you, right? So it's a straightforward, right? Just learn skills, just find some good projects, start contributing to it. If you get their job, it's a very high chance. Otherwise, for your perspective, you are getting actually hands-on skills which you have actually contributed somewhere. It's a very great thing which you can showcase in your placement, that okay, I'm not a guy who has just taken a certification. You can actually say there, I'm a guy who has actually contributed some bigger project which is actually at some stage. So who will sounds good, whose profile will sound good? It's only for the certification one, or who has done some real life work? Obviously second person, right? So that way it will help you. And what is the now HACKTOBERFEST? Now I think you can answer. Can someone answer it? Any hand? Anyone has raised their hand?
Yes, Raj. What do you know
Yes.
about HACKTOBERFEST?
Yeah, actually, it is an open source platform where we can open source things, open source contribute to the repositories and get some merge.
Okay, thank you. Nice. Anyone else?
Yes, Anusurya Dev. What do you know about HACKTOBERFEST? G Divya.
Yes, so Hacktoberfest is basically a 30-day time period where projects are tagged with the Hacktoberfest label, and it is sponsored by, this time I think it's sponsored by DigitalOcean. And if you have a certain number of contributions, you have done certain number of contributions and you are in the top, you get swags and all.
Nice. Thank you. Okay, so HACKTOBERFEST, like everyone has got some idea now. HACKTOBERFEST is initiated by the DigitalOcean. It's a cloud-based company. And what is the motive, right? So it's actually 30-day fest where maintainers, reviewers, developers, everyone can come together and start contributing, start reviewing, start maintaining their projects. So it's a fest for the open source, one of like, and there basically you have to just open the Hacktoberfest website. You have to link your GitHub account and you have to contribute to the open source repo. Like if you were said, like where the repo which is tagged with the fest thing. So if you have the 4 contribution, that's all. You just need 4 contribution to get your swags, and you will get lot of batch. You can actually add those batch to your dev.to profile, and a lot of things like good things come to you where you can showcase that thing. So this is the open source stuff what we have talked, and we have talked also Hacktoberfest. So after the talk, first thing you have to do is open the GitHub profile. If not, just create your account, and whatever you do locally, just keep on pushing it. Okay, so make it more green, and just clone the open source repo, start clone it. After once you get some skills, or you can directly clone and just open the code base and start learning about it. What is the code base is, and what exactly it is used, what language is this. You can go from bottom top or top bottom, it's your choice. But you can just start start doing something. And once you are done with that, just raise a PR. This is the best time, because at this time you will get some swags. So anytime you can contribute, there is nothing like. So once you clone this, it's not necessary that you have to write some bigger 1,000 lines of logic. No, if there is some profile, some project where comma is missed in documentation, you can start like that way also. But better to start some with good things, not exactly raising this PR with the comma thing. So just improvise some coding standards somewhere. Like if you see that some function is returning some logic return having some bigger time comp, you can just sort out some small function you can write and you can raise PR like that. So you can start by anything, and with the time you will get everything, learning things. It's the best way to learn basically. And once it's done, what is the last thing, right? After the contributions, you will get a swag. So you'll be very happy to take this. Are you?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Yes, Bhaiya. Who is not happy by taking this back?
Take care. Always welcome.
We will have Q&A just after this. Okay, so feel free to contact me on Twitter, LinkedIn, GitHub, and lot of places. You can contact me. Even some people has contacted me on the Instagram, so it's feel free to contact there as well. So you can contact me anywhere. And thank you so much, MSc, for this wonderful event. I really like the way, like I remember that, like Isha said, 2018 we have started. So I was the guy, one of like who used to walk 3 kilometers, 4 kilometers to get approval from stuff like administrator. So a lot of things we have done there, not like I'm not taking credit. So we were a team and we done a lot of things, and I'm very happy at this point after a couple of years. MSc at a place, it's rocking in KIIT. I heard about you guys. I'm in contact with our college professors, TNP and KIIT, like anything I'm contact. So we used to talk. So you guys are rocking, guys. You are at good amount, like you have much fame there. So keep doing great things, and thank you for inviting me here. Now I open up a floor for question and answers. You can ask me questions about the hostel things. Anything like, bhaiya, I'm not getting girlfriend, bhaiya, I'm not getting boyfriend. Even you can ask that things. That's the different way. I don't have answer for that.
Please raise your hands for questions.
Yes, Ratan, you can join MSc. Just wait for the recruitment drive. You'll be notified via Instagram. Just stay tuned.
Okay, we.
When is the Hacktoberfest starting? It's already started from 1st of October to 31st of October. It's a time period there. You're already in between. It's a 15 days gone. Any questions like Feel free to ask any question, anything, like it's a first year, second year thing, third year, placement regarding any coding regarding. I'm also competitive coding, have done some good work there as well. You can ask me any field, like any.
Aditi is asking how to start with this coding journey, Bhaiya.
The best way is same, like just take some, just the fastest way is take some good course, either C++, DSS, something like that, and just start doing that. Alternately, you just spend 1 hour on GFG or lead code, or some other place, code chef or somewhere. Just start, just think about yourself and solve that question. Just keep this track, half hour, at least half hour you should solve one question daily, and just course. And that thing is a must. This open Hacktoberfest and all, this is like you have to, you can do this, but I believe that coding also you should keep on practicing, because anyway you contribute to open source or some for the placement, you need a good logical thinking, right? So that is one of like my most important part.
Yes, Siddhant.
Hello, Bhaiya.
Hi, Siddhant.
So I had some query about in the HACKTOBERFest. So as we know, it is an annual event. So mainly it's started by the Digital Ocean and many other. So I think though. So I have one query that already we know that it's for coder also. For in this year, it is also for non-coders, I think.
Yes, yeah, it's open. We first only say, right, it's open. It's nothing like you are coder or non-coder.
Okay.
I just said like you should keep a parallel coding just for your shake of hands. It's nothing that if you are not doing coding, you cannot contribute to open source. You can go, you can contribute, you can write really a good logic even if you don't do coding. That's a different, but it's just like it's my personal suggestion, nothing else.
But yeah, Raj is asking about like what concepts and languages will be used in open source.
It depends. Like if you are more into the Python thing, ML or anything else, you can go and search for the Python based repos, start contributing there. If you are cloud based, cloud in Kubernetes and all, majorly priority Golang is used, so you can have Golang language. There is a Rust language and lot of languages which you can contribute in. It's based on your skill.
He has also a question like, what are the minimum requirements for a better internship in Tech Giants, which is about to begin in our next sem?
There is one already where there is a KIIT placement, so there you can get this. And minimum requirement is nothing as such. The more you work, more you make your profile good, the high chances to get into the tech end. As such, no minimum requirement. Just do some good project and keep your profile at some good level. Like instead of just showing the certification, show some good real life work that will actually help you. Like
Medhavi also has the same doubt. What are the prerequisites to contribute to the open source programs?
Open source, sorry.
Programs.
It's a prerequisite. Just once you get some basic knowledge, right? As I said some time back, there are two ways. One is the bottom top, and another is the top bottom. So if you have learned some skills, some programming languages, then you can actually search some repo relevant to that and learn more and start contributing. And there is a top bottom is that you can actually go and randomly just open some repo, clone it, and you start understanding it's a Golang. Then you are understanding the Golang language. You are learning that thing, and then you are contributing. So you can have it's. You can.
Himanshu has a question about how to make the profile good, like interactive.
It's good question. How to make a profile good? Just do some good projects. If you are interested in do some coding, if you are not, just have some good projects with you, and that's all. At the end, everyone wants like actually you should have hands-on things, right? Once in the organization, even if you don't have that hands-on in the organization, you have a time to learn and do the things, right? But it's better to show some good profile. Like good profile means I have done this project, I have selected for this, I am into these things. MS is a good place, like which where you have more into the technical things. So these things you can actually showcase in your profile, where like you can impress your recruiter.
Yes, Mansu.
Yeah, hi Vijay. So I had a question that how do we balance competitive coding, basically the sites like CodeChef and CodeForces, with development? Any advice for that?
Yes, you can just open. If you have 24 hours, just keep 8 hours for stuff, 8 hours for your sleep and all.
Yeah,
Rest of you can have 1 hour for the competitive coding, some courses or just solving question, and 1 hour or 2 hours for minimum. I am not saying you have to only take 1 hour only. So minimum at least half hour or 1 hour you can spend daily on coding things, and then as much time you want in development. That way you can handle both things.
and how much did competitive, like you had a profile in CodeChef, right? So how much did it help, like competitive coding side of yours, in your like job hunt or for internships, or even in your improvement in the coding also? What was the contribution of competitive coding in that?
Okay, so first thing, I starting I did a lot of computer coding, but I found that I'm solving questions to at some limited point only. I was stuck at the 2-star.
Okay.
And then I stopped there and I moved actually to Gigs for Gigs. Solved there hundreds of questions, which gave me a clarity how data structure works. It's our tree, it's our array, map, or anything,
Okay.
linked list. So once I get their clarity, then I alternately I used to do solve their question, but then I had some better visualization, right? I used to get the questions, then CodeChef, and I used to think, okay, can I implement this? Then I used to get some better points, like instead of just 10 points, I used to get 30. So that way I just started, and how it helped me in placement. When my first organization company came at the end of 3rd year, I was there, and it was for 1 year internship and PPO. So there were competitive coding based questions. It's really a competitive coding based questions were there. I just solved. I believe I solved 1 or 2 there. I just forgot. So, and I got to the second round. Again, there were competitive coding based questions, some good questions, not a straightforward like GFG things where you can actually copy paste. There were actual logical. They actually helped me there. Like, so it basically helps you in thinking like, okay, I can use this, use this, use this. There are some algorithms also famous. You get familiar with. So once you solve, you can get like easily land up in job. And in the corporate life, in today's life, how it is helping me, fantastically it is helping me, because that time what I have learned now, I am actually doing coding now. I actually nobody like tell me, right, you use this algorithm. So once you are aware of the algorithms, you implement from your side only. I implement this and raise a PR. I implement this and raise a PR. So in organization, it actually helps you.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Where Arjun is asking about GSOC.
GSOC thing, yeah, Google Summer of Code, you can apply there. There are a lot of good projects. There are n number of projects. Whatever the skill set you have, you can just apply there. You can write a big documentation, how timeline and all. You can, yeah, it's the best thing. One more thing I would like to add here for you all guys, since you all are here, and just search about the LFX things, like Linux Foundation thing, LFX Mentee, where you can actually start working on the open source project, and you get paid same like GSOC, and it's a very good thing. So once, let me tell you a few more advantages of the open source, like what I got like. So recently I got a full funding from Linux Foundation to go and attend Open Source Summit Europe conference, which was held in Dublin. CFPs where I submitted at the Latin America and Dublin. In Latin America were in talks. That's why I just went there to attend. I could have talked also, might be there. Also recently I got a chance for Dubai, but I didn't win. In future also, so once you start contributing open source, there are a bunch of opportunities are going to open for you. So search about the GSOC, LFX Menti, and a lot of other stuff also, where you can actually start contributing to open source. Thanks, Archit, you have shared that link.
Welcome,
And,
Bhaiya.
Any more doubts? Can we move further?
and feel free to connect me on LinkedIn, Twitter, and anywhere. You can also contact to MSc, because there are a lot of good people out there. They can actually help you in good things to get connected to projects, and these people are amazing people. So you can go and connect with them also. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Bhaiya.
We'll meet you soon. Bye.
Bye, Bhaiya.
Thank you, Oum Bhaiya.
Thank you, Bhaiya.
Thank you, Bhaiya.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Bye, Bhaiya.
Thank you, Bhaiya.
We shall start.
Now we'll start off with an exclusive session on Git and GitHub by Archit Gupta. This session will give you a clear insight of GitHub and how to pull requests in preparation for open source Hacktober 2022.
Can we have a quiz first?
Okay, sure.
Like-
Yes, sure.
What do you guys want? A session on Git and GitHub first, or a quiz? Quiz is something interesting.
Answer.
My opinion, let's make it a bit fun, entertaining. Let's have a
Quiz.
quiz. Right? Are you guys ready for it?
Okay, we'll
yes,
start
Bhaiya.
off with the quiz.
Okay.
Let's
So
start
let's
with the
have a
quiz.
fun little quiz, and you better stay on your toes because the winners will be getting exciting prizes.
So, hello guys. So here we go with a really charming and fun session. पढ़ाई लिखाई की बातें तो होती रहेंगी, लेकिन फन भी काफी important है लाइफ में. So yeah, here we go with a quiz. I am Davar, and with me I have Anunay. The quiz will be a really fun quiz. It will be a really entertaining one, and the quiz will be hosted by Kahoot. So be ready, guys. Anunay, take forward the proceedings. Rules of the quiz with the audience.
Anuna, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, so I guess we are ready for the hosting quiz. So apart from learning, we will have fun. The quiz is very simple. Wait. Don't log in now. You have to enter your roll number in place of name. So those whoever have entered name, please go back and enter your roll number. This is only permissible. Name, if you win, you will be disqualified. Okay. So please enter your name. Roll number.
Please enter
Yes.
your roll number, guys. That is very important.
If you are using from different smartphone, you can simply scan the QR code which is being shown on the screen. Scan करोगे direct इस landing page पे आ जाओगे.
हाँ guys.
Yeah.
दोनों तरीका है. You can also scan it.
अच्छा, क्विज को रिलेटेड एक और बात है, अगर आप क्वेश्चन का आंसर पहले दोगे तो आपका ज्यादा पॉइंट्स मिलेंगे, इसलिए गूगल करके मत देना, ठीक है?
पॉइंट है. अनुने काफी एक्सपीरियंस लग रहे हो गूगल करने में.
नहीं, ऐसा बात नहीं है.
ऑनलाइन में वही किया है भाई.
इसलिए टॉप किया था ना अर्षित. हाँ गाइस, बी क्विक एवरीवन.
ये वेबसाइट का लिंक क्विज चैट बॉक्स पे भी डाल दो.
हाँ, चैट बॉक्स पे है.
गाइस 144 मेंबर्स हैं मीट पे, बाकी लोग आ जाओ जल्दी.
Guys, why do you want to miss an opportunity like this? We'll be giving up swags. Please don't miss it. Otherwise you will regret it
Guys,
later.
seriously, मिलेगा, मजाक नहीं है, मिलने वाला है स्वैग जो जीतेगा टॉप 3 को।
What are the prizes, Anuna?
Yeah.
Guys,
What are the prizes?
Start होने वाला है.
the prizes will be books and stickers, which you will be getting. The winners, the top 3. Quiz on what? It is a fun quiz, guys. Little bit
Fun
coding
quiz,
element
technical one.
and little bit fun element. Okay. Guys, we'll be starting in a minute. Be quick. $107, $110. क्या है यार बाकी लोग आजा जल्दी. Regret करोगे. अच्छा अभी still there are few people with the names. Guys, make sure you enter with your roll number.
Anuna, you are muted.
Are you there?
Yeah. I'm here.
Started?
Shall we start?
Guys, chalo everyone, those who are ready for the quiz, raise your hands. Everyone, show some enthusiasm, guys. Please raise your hands.
I'm not able to join the quiz. It's saying that the nickname is already there.
Nickname is
भाई
already
इसका रोल
there.
नंबर किसने चुरा लिया?
Same here,
Acha,
sir.
do something. Do something after roll number. Enter your name along with that. Roll number plus name. Do that.
So I guess all have सब आ गए हैं.
सब आ गए जिसके श्योर है तो ज्वाइन हो पाए.
अगर कोई नहीं आया तो हैंड रेस करो प्लीज. हम स्टार्ट करेंगे.
जिसको इश्यू
बाकी
नहीं
लोग
हो
हैंड्स डाउन कर लो
हाँ,
जो आ गए हैं.
जो आ गए हैं वो हैंड्स डाउन कर लो. I guess we can start.
Yeah, we should start now.
Yes.
So we are yet to begin. So excited everyone. Let's start. Now over to you.
Yes. So we'll be starting off with the first question. 3, 2, 1. And the first question is, who is attributed with inventing Git? अभी GitHub के बारे में सुना ना, open source and GitHub. So who invented? Interesting. James Gosling लग रहा है. उसके कावागुची. आधे लोग से नाम भी प्रोनाउंस नहीं होगा, ऐसे नाम है. So yes. खूब आया आंसर गाइस. Linus Torvalds. 70 people have got it right. गलत भी हुए लोगों के. Right. Anuna, can we move forward?
Yeah, so 70 people has got it correct answer. Let's see the leaderboard. तो सबसे फास्ट आंसर है 1995 का.
And 134 भी ज्यादा पीछे नहीं है. 4 पॉइंट.
Okay, so next question में देखते हैं. Okay, so this question is find the output of the following code fragment. इसमें आपको MCQ नहीं है, टाइप करना है आंसर. So be exact and precise, तो ही आपको पॉइंट्स मिलेंगे. थोड़ा सा भी अल्फाबेट्स आगे पीछे हुआ, you will be dismissed. Okay, so be sure.
प्रशांत काफी स्मार्ट लग रहा है. Any Prashant in the house, guys?
मेरे से कम स्मार्ट है दावर.
हाँ हाँ तेरे से ज्यादा नहीं है. Agreed. Guys, be enthusiastic. Answer करो.
Oh my God, एक भी एक and 2 जन ने करेक्ट आंसर दिया है. Let's see who are the people.
अरे 1995 पीछे चला गया.
Okay, so अभी नया हमारा लीडर बोर्ड है 134 and 995. Great going, keep going. So we are moving to the next question.
Right, even if you miss questions, don't worry. You still like can participate and like go ahead in the leaderboard. Just
Guys, please be quick in answering. जितना जल्दी आंसर करोगे उतना ज्यादा पॉइंट्स मिलने वाले हैं. Just show some enthusiasm, guys. Answer quick. चलो, moving forward. Lines will be printed. Atik is handsome. कितनी बार प्रिंट होगा? क्या लगता है? 5 लग रहा है.
हाँ, लूप तो कांस्टेंट चल रहा है तो 5 ही होना चाहिए.
देखो अब लोग क्या आंसर करते हैं.
बट वो गलत है दावर.
अब anyone in the house, किसी को रीजन पता है कि 1 क्यों होगा और 5 क्यों नहीं? अगर किसी को भी पता है तो अनम्यूट करके बोल सकते हो. Guys,
yes, come on.
12 जन
कर दिया.
Semicolon after the for loop.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes. Correct answer.
So now let's see
जिसको नहीं पता, जिन्होंने अभी तक नहीं समझा, हाँ एक सेकंड, जिन्होंने अभी तक नहीं समझा, सेमीकोलन की वजह से फॉर लूप टर्मिनेट हो गया एंड फिर उसी वजह से एक बार प्रिंट हुआ. राइट.
So 11995 का स्ट्रीक है, स्ट्रीक ऑफ 3. कीप गोइंग. ग्रेट. So next question. The next question is, which of the following is not an open source software? दावर क्या लगता है आंसर? लिख के ले लो. मुझे तो लिनक्स के ले
बोल रहा हूँ. हाँ लिख के ले.
कर रहा तो सब
नहीं लिनक्स नहीं है, ओपन ऑफिस.
ओ विंडोज था आंसर यार. Exactly. So all the 68 people, great. जिन लोग का गलत है, don't worry. हमारे पास final question है, 5th one and the last one. Davar.
चलो. हाँ, so moving on with the next question. Which commands initiates an empty Git repository in a specified directory? ये थोड़ा सा GitHub का क्वेश्चन है. अगर किसी को थोड़ा सा भी पता होगा तो they will answer it correctly.
दावर इसका आंसर मुझे लग रहा है, मैं पढ़ा था गिट रीसेट होता है शायद.
Git init. मैं Git init पर दाव लगा रहा हूँ. I am saying Git init.
देखते हैं. ओ Git init दावर पढ़ता लिखते हैं.
इस बार सही. यार कभी-कभी पढ़ लेता हूँ.
Okay, so the final podium. थर्ड पे है 9119.
सेकंड पे है 1995 and the first position 134. Congrats.
134. Congrats.
Who is this?
Congratulations, guys.
Please
So
open
जो
up
भी
your
हो,
mic.
if possible, please switch on your camera. Let's everyone show your face.
हाँ. Switch on your camera, guys.
लड़की है.
So great job, guys. अच्छा हाँ, चीज बता, जो टॉप 3 मेंबर्स, जो टॉप 3 अभी आए हैं, वो लोग डिटेल, पर्सनल डिटेल चैट बॉक्स में डाल. Be contact. You will be getting some swag.
So all the 3 winners, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
अच्छा guys, मजा आया कि नहीं? Quiz event must have been entertaining for you guys, right? Guys, hand raise करो यार, show some excitement, enthusiasm यार. Fourth आया, अरे better luck next time. श्रेया शशांक. हाँ, winners, drop in your details so that we'll be able to contact you. ठीक है? Can we have another quiz? Next time. अभी पूरे टाइम क्विज तो नहीं करना ना, पढ़ाई भी कर लेते हैं, थोड़ा हैकटोबर फेस्ट के बारे में भी जान लेते हैं. So the anchors, over to you guys.
तो दावर, हमारा क्विज तो हो गया, अब आगे बढ़ते हैं फिर. हमारा क्विज बहुत ही अच्छा था, आई गेस. Davar,
Yeah, it was great.
Davar, please note down the details of the winners.
Sure. I am doing that.
Cool.
Okay, so now we'll start out with an exclusive session on Git and GitHub by Archit Gupta. This session will give you a clear insight to GitHub and how to pull requests in preparation for HACKTOBERFEST 2022. Over to you, Archit.
So hello guys, am I audible?
Yes, Harshit.
Please give your hands. Okay, so hello, I am Archit Gupta and I'll be telling you about Git and GitHub and some cool facts about GitHub. So how many of you have made your GitHub profile yet?
Please raise your hands.
So as you guys know, HACKTOBERFEST has started and it is a very huge open source event. So you can contribute in that HACKTOBERFEST to win some cool swags and stickers, t-shirts, like things. Many people start their open source journey with the help of HACKTOBERFEST. Even I started my journey with the HACKTOBERFEST itself. तो क्या कोई ये बता सकता है लाइक HACKTOBERFEST इतना बड़ा इवेंट है तो हम लोग उस इवेंट का एक छोटा इवेंट करा रहे हैं. Why is it? Any idea, anyone? Make this an interactive session, guys.
So that we get how the big event is held or like how the procedure goes and so on.
Yes, sort of that. Anyone? So first of all, goodies किसको नहीं पसंद होती हैं? So like this t-shirt, you can also grab this t-shirt, some cool stickers and swag packs by just contributing in the HACKTOBERFEST, and it is very easy task, not a tedious one. So let's start with it. So those who don't have a GitHub profile, they can make one. I'll be showing how to make a GitHub profile. So let's start. Let me know if my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, it is visible.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, cool. So just browse GitHub on Google and open the first link. You'll be redirected to this page. So like you all make the social media account, similarly go to sign up. You'll be requiring your email address, a password and a unique username, including a captcha code. When you do this, so you'll be sign up for the GitHub profile. I need all of you to sign up. It would hardly take a minute or two. So please sign up and let me know in the chat box. Yes, Saurav. Yes, Ariman. We'll be taking the doubts later on. Ariman, I'll be telling about what is the difference between Git and GitHub. Just wait for a while and stay with me. Meanwhile, you people sign up for the GitHub profile and let me know.
Once you're done, please write in the chat box.
Yes. Great, Swishti. Great, great, great. Any doubts? Those who have raised their hands, any doubts? Yes, there's a way, Divya, to check if you have Git installed. Just type this command in a terminal and you may check if it is installed or not.
Saurav, you can turn off your camera. Roll number 710, Saurav.
So should I proceed further? Guys, please be responsive. Should I proceed?
Yes, you may, Archit. अगर किसी को कोई इशू नहीं है
Okay,
तो
cool.
Archit, then please move forward.
Okay, cool. So when you'll see signing into GitHub, so you'll go to this page, your profile page. It would be empty if you're a beginner. So the profile page looks like this, somewhat like this. These are the contributions you make. The green dots are the contributions, and these are the repositories. This is the repository section. Now, what actually GitHub is? So GitHub is basically a social media platform for techies, for coders, for programmers, and non-programmers also. Like here, you can find the roadmap, the main cheat sheets, etc. I'll be discussing about the famous repositories at the end of the session, but stay tuned with me. So in GitHub, you can upload your projects, contribute in others' projects, and make others contribute in your project. So I'll let you know everything in a gist. Yes. So this is how a GitHub profile looks. Now, if I open a repository over here, what is a repository? A repository is a folder which contains all the files of a project. So for example, I opened this repository. It contains a code tab, which contains all the files over here. It contains a issue tab. So what are the issues? Like, for example, there are 50 tasks and only 5 persons are working on a project. So सबको अलग अलग टास्क असाइन कर सकते हैं. Like 50 टास्क हैं, 5 लोग हैं, तो हर बंदा टास्क डाल सकता है. It is a to-do list kind of thing. कि भाई ये तुम कर देना, ये वाला तुम कर देना. और we can assign the task, we can label the task कि ये किस चीज का टास्क है. मान लो कोई फ्रंट एंड का पार्ट देख रहा है, कोई बैक एंड का पार्ट देख रहा है, तो ऐसे हम लोग टास्क असाइन कर सकते हैं यहाँ पर. पुल रिक्वेस्ट इज समथिंग लाइक तुमने इस रिपोजिटरी में चेंजेस करे एंड इसमें तुम पुल रिक्वेस्ट जनरेट करते हो. व्हेन यू डू द फाइनल चेंजेस यू जनरेट अ पुल रिक्वेस्ट which I'll be talking later on how to generate, how to merge. Just understand that pull request is something, the final changes which you ask the maintainer of the project to contribute. Now in the insights option, as in the social media, for a specific post you have how many number of likes you are getting, how many number of comments, the shares, the saves. Similarly, you can know how many how many people forked your repository, how many people starred, how many people contributed to your repository. And in the settings tab, you get to know about all the settings, all the privacy settings, like your repository is public or private. You can transfer the ownership. For example, you were working on a project. अब तुम्हारा मन नहीं है वो प्रोजेक्ट पे काम करने का एंड तुमको अपने फ्रेंड को उसकी ओनरशिप देनी है. Then you can transfer the ownership by this option over here. You can change the visibility, you can delete the project also, and you can rename the project, obvious. So any doubts till now, or should I proceed?
Guys, as beginners, feel free to ask.
Please don't hesitate, guys.
Any doubts? You may ask if there are doubts. I guess no doubt.
No doubts, भैया.
No?
Proceed.
Okay. तो अब ये है लाइक रिपोजिटरी एक प्रोजेक्ट ही तो है. तो प्रोजेक्ट हम लोग लैपटॉप पे भी बना सकते हैं. हम लोग लैपटॉप पे भी स्टोर कर सकते थे. उसको हम लोग गिटहब पे क्यों स्टोर करा? नीड क्या थी गिटहब की, गिटहब हम लोग क्यों यूज करते हैं. सो जस्ट इमेजिन अ सिचुएशन, तुम 5 फ्रेंड्स हो, यू 5 फ्रेंड्स आर वर्किंग ऑन अ प्रोजेक्ट. अब एक बंदा फ्रंट एंड वाला पार्ट देख रहा है, एक बैक एंड का पार्ट देख रहा है, एक डेटाबेस देख रहा है, और बाकी ऐसे अलग अलग पार्ट देख रहे हैं. नाउ जस्ट इमेजिन राम इज वर्किंग ऑन द फ्रंट एंड पार्ट. देन राम ने अपना काम कंप्लीट करा एंड ही मेल्ड द होल प्रोजेक्ट फाइल टू श्याम. श्याम was looking after back end part. श्याम ने अपना काम कंप्लीट करा and he gave the whole file including front end and back end to लखन. तो अब in the meanwhile राम को याद आया कि अरे मैंने ये चेंजेस तो करे ही नहीं थे, तो कितना हेक्टिक हो जाएगा, कितना मेस्ड हो जाएगा, और इस बीच फाइल की साइज भी बहुत ज्यादा हो सकती है which the mail can limit up to. So इसीलिए we use GitHub. GitHub में क्या होता है, like if you are creating a repository, each and every person can see when, what and why the changes are made. Like if I'll make a change, तो उसमें date रिकॉर्ड होती है, मैंने क्या चेंजेस करे वो रिकॉर्ड होता है, उसके प्रीवियस चेंजेस भी रिकॉर्ड रहते हैं, एंड क्यों चेंजेस करा वो भी रिकॉर्ड होते हैं. So it is basically a version tracking system, you can say, a history of keeping all the changes which you make to the files. Okay, any doubts? No doubts. Okay, so just to minimize this overflow of work, we use GitHub. तो इससे लोग कंट्रीब्यूशन भी आसानी से कर सकते हैं, एक जगह कंट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हैं, और उनके पास हर फाइल का ट्रैक होगा. फॉर एग्जांपल राम ने बीच में फ्रंट एंड का पार्ट तो सही डाला, बट बैक एंड वाले पार्ट में जो श्याम ने डाला वो गलत कर दिया. तो अब उसको वापस से उनको रोल करना है कि पुराने वाले वर्जन पे जाना है, तो दे कैन रोल टू द प्रीवियस वर्जन. भाई ये वाला पार्ट गलत था, इसको डिलीट कर देते हैं, इस पुराने वाले पार्ट पे चले जाते हैं. दिस यू कैन नॉट डू इफ यू विल मेक अ प्रोजेक्ट और मेक अ फोल्डर इन योर लोकल मशीन. तुमको याद नहीं रहेगा कि तुमने कौन सी फाइल बीच से हटाई है, कौन सी नहीं हटाई है, बट इसमें यू कैन सी कि कौन सी फाइल लगी हुई है, कौन सी फाइल हटी है. आर यू गाइस कंफर्टेबल विद हिंदी और आई वुड टेक whole session in English? Okay, I'll keep it Hindi English. Okay, cool. So the system of tracking the changes, like the history of all the changes, saving in a system, you can say a process. It is known as version control. So Git works on the version control tracking system. Okay, and GitHub is a Git hosting service. Now, one guy asked what is the difference between Git and GitHub. The one basic difference is Git is used on the command line tool. We use the command user interface, on the terminal and everything like that. But GitHub is basically you can use on website. You have the software for that, a GitHub desktop, which I'll tell you later on. Okay, so now I'll show you a repository. Like in MSC here, we have made a repository for you all for the first contributions. MSC KIIT, if you search MSC KIIT HACKTOBERFEST 2022, I'll drop the link in the chat box also. Thank you, Samriddhi, for dropping the GitHub desktop link. So this is the GitHub link which we have made a repository for you for the first contribution. So if you move on to this file, so now let's see code I have told you, issues I told you, pull request I told you. So what we have to do if you are searching for contribution to a repository, first of all, open that repository, go to the fork option. Now what is forking? Forking basically is copying that whole repository to your account. मतलब ओनरशिप ट्रांसफर नहीं होगी, बट वो रिपोजिटरी का पूरा डेटा तुम्हारे रिपोजिटरी में आ जाएगा, तुम्हारे नाम से आ जाएगा, बट नीचे लिखा रहेगा फॉर्क्ड फ्रॉम एबीसी, जिससे भी तुम लोग फॉर्क करोगे. So like you can change the repository name over here and description also while forking. Like I am forking this MSC KIIT / HACKTOBERFEST 2022. So I'll click on create fork. So see, you can see like it is written I Archit Gupta / HACKTOBERFEST 2022 forked from this. Okay. Any doubts till now?
Feel free to ask, guys. Raise your hands. अगर किसको भी डाउट है तो एक बार हैंड रेज कर लो.
यहाँ तक कोई डाउट है तो बताओ.
कई जगह डाउट रहेगा तो फिर आगे कर नहीं पाओगे. Feel free to ask.
You can also write in chat box.
हाँ, chat में लिख दो. And if it is clear, then well and good.
Guys, इधर
Any
आधे
doubts,
से ज्यादा
anyone?
किसी को नहीं आता है. Please don't feel ashamed. ठीक है?
हाँ,
शर्माने की बात नहीं है.
बेसिक से इसलिए बता रहे हैं, नहीं आता इसीलिए. Explain forking again. Okay. Wait a minute. Just wait a minute. Let me delete this repository. So yeah. Give me a minute. So just go to the search bar. Click
Archit,
on.
excuse me.
Yes.
Archit, give a brief summary of what you just told. Okay. Just give a brief summary.
No,
They
I'll
just
do it.
want to
It's
get
just a.
like repeat कर दो sign up वगैरह के बाद से वो लोग चाह रहे हैं एक बार वेरीफाई कर लें.
अच्छा. ओके ओके. तो तुम लोगों ने साइन अप करने के बाद प्रोफाइल ओपन कर ली थी? गाइस प्लीज रिस्पॉन्स. अनम्यूट कर सकते हो?
अनम्यूट करके बोल दो गाइस.
Yes, भैया.
तो उसके बाद यही प्रोफाइल थी तुम्हारी. फिर उसके बाद जैसे ये लिंक शेयर किया था रिपोजिटरी का, वो कुछ नहीं. फिर मैंने बताया था कि व्हाट अ रिपोजिटरी इज. रिपोजिटरी का इंटरफेस क्या होता है. लाइक यू कैन सी, अगर कोई भी मैंने रिपोजिटरी खोली तो कोड्स वाले सेक्शन में देयर आर ऑल द फाइल्स व्हिच आर इन द प्रोजेक्ट. इश्यूज वाले सेक्शन में you get a to-do list in which you can assign the task to many contributors. Like in a project there are 5 contributors and total 50 tasks is to be made. तो तुम एक एक करके टास्क असाइन कर सकते हो कि भाई तुम ये वाला काम कर लेना, तुम ये वाला काम कर लेना. इन पुल रिक्वेस्ट इज बेसिकली लाइक तुमने एक प्रोजेक्ट में कंट्रीब्यूट किया, तुमने उसमें चेंजेस करे, फिर अब तुम चाहते हो कि इस प्रोजेक्ट का जो मैनेजर है तुम उसको बोलना चाहते हो कि हे प्लीज मर्ज माय रिक्वेस्ट इन योर प्रोजेक्ट. तो पुल रिक्वेस्ट बेसिकली यही चीज होती है. उसको तुम मैसेज भेजते हो कि हे प्लीज मर्ज माय रिक्वेस्ट इन योर प्रोजेक्ट, मर्ज माय चेंजेस इन योर प्रोजेक्ट. इनसाइट्स में तुम्हें प्रोजेक्ट के इनसाइट्स दिख जाते हैं. लाइक व्हाट आर द, मतलब कितने कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशंस हुए, कितनी पीआर जनरेट हुई, कितने इश्यूज एक्टिव है, कितने बंद हो गए. एंड सेटिंग्स में यू कैन रीनेम द रिपोजिटरी, यू कैन सेट द विजिबिलिटी, you can transfer the ownership, etc. Is it okay, everyone?
If it is clear, please type in the chat, guys.
Okay. So after that, just I'll tell you like how to contribute to a project. So here in MSc, I have made a repository named HACKTOBERFEST 2022. First of all, if you'll contribute to this, it doesn't mean that your contribution is counted in HACKTOBERFEST. So it is just a demo and a practical to you. I'll tell you later on that how can you contribute in the HACKTOBERFEST repositories. Okay. So I'm dropping the link. If you'll open this link, you'll be redirected to this page, to the repository. Also, if anyone misses out, there's no issue. We'll be having a doubt session. And also you can ping me or anyone from the moderators, or just drop your doubts in the chat box. People will help you. Saurabh, I'll check it later. If you have made a pull request, then well and good. So just open this repository, click on fork option. So what forking is? Forking basically is sending a copy to your profile. Like it is MSc KIIT / HACKTOBERFEST 22. After forking, it will become I Archit Gupta / HACKTOBERFEST 22. बट इसका मतलब ये नहीं हुआ कि मैंने पूरी तरह से इसकी ओनरशिप ले ली या ये मेरा ही प्रोजेक्ट हो गया. वो दिखाएगा वहां पर कि मैंने फोर्क कहाँ से करा है, इसकी पेरेंट रिपोजिटरी कहाँ है, मैंने कहाँ से कॉपी करी है इसको. ओके, so just click on create fork. A repository will be made.
Bhaiya, what does it mean? Copy the main branch only?
there are different branches. I'll tell you about the branches later on. Just stay with me. Like you can also make different branches in a project. So I'll tell you what branching is. How can you make a branch? Okay. So like as I fork the repository, so see this. This is written as I.Archit / HACKTOBERFEST. It means that this repository is copied to my profile. Okay. And it is forked from MSC Kit. Now, for example, I want to make changes to this file, contributors.md or any file. So first of all, I need to clone this repository. This, can you all see this clone keyword? This keyword.
Yes,
so what
Bhaiya.
do you mean by clone? Like in movies, you have seen that this person is the exact copy of this person. So he's a clone, right? So cloning a repository means copying that project files or folder to your local machine, to your desktop, to make the changes and revert back the changes to your repository. समझ रहे हो? Like cloning का मतलब होता है तुम्हारी GitHub पे repository है, तुमने GitHub पे repository को clone करा, तुम्हारे मशीन पे आ गई, मशीन पे तुमने चेंजेस करे और चेंजेस करने के बाद तुमने वापस पुश कर दी रिपोजिटरी, तो GitHub पे वापस से वो चेंजेस पुश हो गए, नया वर्जन बन गया उस फाइल का. Got it? Please response. Got it, everyone?
Respond करो guys. Respond in the
Yes,
chat.
Bhaiya. Yes, Bhaiya. Understood.
Okay, cool. So how to clone, how to do it, everything. So बताते हैं. First of all, branching. What is branching? Like if I click on main, तो यहाँ पे तुमको दिख रहा होगा view all branches. यहाँ पर add branch का भी ऑप्शन आता है, new branch का भी ऑप्शन आता है. तो branching क्या होता है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल इंस्टाग्राम है, इंस्टाग्राम तुम लोग चला रहे हो, इंस्टाग्राम का प्रोजेक्ट कहीं बना होगा, अब उस पर जो अपडेट्स आते हैं, तो ऐसा तो नहीं अब मेन रिपोजिटरी में अगर कोई चेंजेस करेगा तो वो ब्रेक हो जाएगा प्रोजेक्ट, वो चलेगा ही नहीं. फिर अब जहाँ पब्लिश हुआ होगा वो प्रोजेक्ट चलेगा ही नहीं. तो इससे बचने के लिए वी डू लाइक हम लोग अलग अलग ब्रांचेस बनाते हैं. लाइक दिस इज द मेन प्रोजेक्ट, हमने ये ब्रांच बनाई है. मान लो इंस्टाग्राम पे फोटो ऐड करने का फीचर नहीं था, तो फोटो ऐड करने का फीचर हम लोग इस ब्रांच में बनाएंगे और इसको फिर इधर पुश करेंगे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल मान लो एक ब्रांच है लंबी सी, ये मेन ब्रांच है, इसमें से हम लोगों ने एक ब्रांच निकाली, नई ब्रांच हमने यहाँ पे रखी, नई ब्रांच हमने इसमें चेंजेस करे, इस पे फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है कुछ भी. हमने एक ब्रांच निकाली, ब्रांच में हमने चेंजेस करे और ब्रांच में जो चेंजेस करने के बाद अगर वो प्रॉपरली वर्क कर रही है, फिर हमने इसको मेन ब्रांच में मर्ज कर दिया. तो बेसिकली ये हुआ ना, ऊपर वाली ब्रांच में कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है और हमने अपने चेंजेस भी इजीली कर लिए विदाउट डिस्टर्बिंग द मेन रिपोजिटरी. समझ में आ रहा है? तो बेसिकली ब्रांच जब करते हैं, एक नई ब्रांच बनाते हैं, तो उस ब्रांच में पूरा प्रोजेक्ट आ जाता है कॉपी होके. गॉट इट? यस, ओके. सो अब हम लोग कुछ कमांड्स के बारे में बात करेंगे. उससे पहले let's get installed git. Type git on the Chrome or any browser which are you using. Click on the first link, you'll be redirected to this kind of interface. Click on downloads. Is everyone catching up with me?
Yes, Bhaiya.
Okay. Click on the download, and or you can directly go to the link which Samriddhi provided in the chat and click like download whatever you wish to. If you're using Linux, then download the Linux one. If you're using Mac or Windows, download as per your requirement. I'm giving you a minute or two to download it. Or if anyone is having any network issues, so no worries. You can ask me later on if you miss out on something. Let me know in the chat box when you download it. Yes, and if you when you download this file, when you'll install it, just click on next, next, and next, and install. Don't change any settings. Let it be default. Okay, let me know in the chat box. Only 3 people have written yes. Divya, have you you were asking about the command? So it was already installed, or you installed it right now?
Yes, but it was already installed.
Okay, okay. How many of you have used Linux before or ever? Good, good, great. Linux is far better than Windows. Great, great. Linux camp. Yes, WSL is very good. So, should I proceed further? I guess everyone has installed the Git. Those who haven't, please install it and later on. Yes, Ratan, you can install it later on. And if you just focus on the session and make the notes if you wish to, and or you can ping me later on if you have any issues. No problem. So after installing it, just go to this repository and like we'll clone it later on. So have you all guys installed Git? Yes. How many of you use VS Code or what code editor do you use? Can you drop the name in the chat box? What all code editors you use? Majority VS Code. Great. Or Dev++, same. Great. Code blocks, very good. Ubuntu. Ubuntu is not a code editor. A terminal. VS, selected, Vim, VS Code, nice, nice. PyCharm. Great. So, like, for example, like I'm telling you how to initialize Git to a repository, how to clone, add, push, commit, etc. So let's make a folder named workshop over here. And let's right click on it and you can see this option Git bash here. So open Git bash. Or you can do in the command prompt, you can do in the VS Code terminal, whichever terminal of the system you like. You can do it any terminal you want. Just to check that you have Git installed, type the command Git. Is the terminal visible to everyone? Like, should I zoom it? Moderators, please tell. Should I zoom the terminal or is it visible?
I think it is fine.
It is visible.
Is it fine now? Better? Okay.
It's fine.
Okay. So create a new folder and just right click on it and press Git bash here, or directly you can go to CMD also, but I prefer this opening Git bash. So type git dash dash version. It is command for checking if the Git is installed in your system or not. Okay. Now, if you want to initialize Git to this repository, the command we use to initialize is git init. I'll write the command in the chat box also. Like git // version. It is for checking the if Git is installed or not, and git init is used to initialize the repository. Okay. So, like as you initialize the repository, now you need to clone a project into this repository. Like you created this repository in Git. Now you need to clone this. So how will you clone? Open a repository which you want to contribute. Click on this code option, this green border code option. Click, copy the link provided over here. Okay. Then you just need to type the command git clone and paste the link over here and press enter. Yes, sort of right. Is it okay or any doubts till now? In these three commands, git version, init and clone. Okay. Okay, cool. So what this command will do, like if I open this folder, you can see this HACKTOBERFEST 2022 repository over here. And it contains the files which was available in the GitHub. You can see these 4 files were available in the GitHub. So this folder contains all the files which were available. So now, like I wish to make the changes to the contributors file. So I'll open this contributors file. I'll add my name only, like I'm adding my name, and I'll save this file. Now, as I told you all that Git is a version control system and it tracks all the changes. Now, as I save this file, it means that I made the changes. So initially it was untracked. The untracked files are the ones which are only Git initialized and you made the changes to them. If you add those files to Git, it becomes modified. Are you guys okay with it, or should I repeat?
Archit, they need to get the clone part again. They did not understand the code.
Archit, can you repeat that clone part?
Clone part, okay. Okay, cool. So you just need to go over here. Like if you want to, like for example, you are contributing to this repository. Just go to the code option, copy the link over here, and in the terminal, just use git clone, paste the link, and press enter. Okay, it is showing error because I already cloned. Is it okay, everyone? How are you pasting the link, Gargi? Gargi, how are you pasting the link? Control V. No, don't use Control V, just right click and paste. Or use Shift Insert.
If your doubts are
Okay.
cleared, just reply
Cool.
on the side, guys.
Okay, cool. So after cloning, like as I made the changes to contributors file. What's the message? Okay. So as I made the changes to contributors file, I told you when the changes are not made. So it means that the file is untracked. As soon as I made the changes to file, it becomes unmodified. Now we need to add this file to the staging area of Git, from where we can commit this file. So wait, let me show you something. Please mute him. Is this image visible to everyone?
Yes, Bhaiya.
Okay. So see here, like the untracked files are the one which are like you clone the file contributors.md, it was untracked. As soon as you modified the file, so it is modified and it becomes to unmodified. It becomes unmodified file. Like you modified it for your local machine, but it is unmodified for the Git system. Okay. The command we use to take it to the staging area is git add, which I'll tell you, git add and the file name. And like, for example, you made changes to multiple files and you don't want that you should use each and every file name again and again. The command is git add -a, which I'll tell you later on. The first step is to bring the file to a staging area and then commit that file. Committing means to merge that file to the main Git repository. Like you change the file to the local machine, where you committed that file, तो वो Git वाली repository में change हो जाएगी. Until and unless you push that file to the main repository, तुम्हें GitHub पे changes नहीं दिखेंगे. So let's do this practically. इतना clear है सबको? ये वाला पार्ट फाइल स्टेटस का क्लियर है कि अनट्रैक, अनमॉडिफाइड और स्टेजिंग एरिया क्या होता है? ओके ओके ओके। सो लेट्स लाइक एक कमांड होता है git status। वेट अ मिनट, there's a command git status. It tells you about the status of your whole repository, like what files are modified, what are untracked. So as soon as I type this, you can see this repository is untracked. And as you all have used the Linux, we can use cd HACKTOBERFEST to dive into this repository. Cd means change directory. So I change this and I again type the git status. So see, as you can see, the git told me that I had modified the contributors.md file. Okay, so I now I need to add this file to the staging area. So कैसे करेंगे वो? Like I'll use git add and the file name. I'll write just C and O and press tab. Sorry. So git add file name. Any doubts till now? Adding is done. We added this to the staging area. Now we'll do git status. You can see it is from red to green. Red means untracked file, green means it is unmodified. Now it has came to the git repository, it has came to the staging area. Now we can directly commit this file to the host. Now we can directly commit this file to the folder, you can say. So we'll use this command git commit -m, and -m is used for applying a message to the repository. Applying a message to the commit, like what commit I made, what changes I made. You can write any kind of message in the commit. Like I'll write here initial commit and apostrophe enter. So now you all can see. Yes, sort of then write Aditi, process file or directory बता रहा. Check your path where you are using the commands, or if you haven't initialized the repository, check that. Also, don't worry, I'll take all the doubts later on. Okay. So commit करने के बाद, now अब देखना, commit करने के बाद यहाँ पर मैंने commit किया है ना, तो यहाँ पे changes नहीं दिखेंगे मुझको contributors वाली में. अभी मुझे कोई changes नहीं दिखे यहाँ पर, just because कि मैंने उसको local machine में commit किया है. अब एक command होता है git push. Pushing means something like ये तुम्हारा GitHub है, ये तुम्हारा local machine है. Pushing means this, and pulling means pulling the files from this. Okay. So as soon as I'll write git push, wait for a while, the files have been pushed, and अब मैं अगर इसको reload करूंगा, तो you can see my name written over here. Okay. So have you guys understood the process of adding, committing? Don't worry about the terminal thing. मैं terminal just formality थी कि commands बताने थे, commands आने चाहिए. इससे बहुत अच्छा तरीका है graphic user interface का, तो अभी वो डिस्कस करेंगे. अब एक चीज पुल रिक्वेस्ट देखते हैं. जैसे अब फॉर एग्जांपल मैंने जो चेंजेस करे हैं वो मैंने अपनी लोकल रिपोजिटरी पे चेंज करा है. जैसे अब ये मैंने प्रोजेक्ट कॉपी किया था, मैंने प्रोजेक्ट में ये वाली लाइन ऐड कर दी. अब मैं चाहता हूं कि एमएससी से रिक्वेस्ट करना कि एमएससी मैंने ये चेंज करा है, कैन यू रिव्यू दिस चेंजेस एंड कैन यू प्लीज मर्ज दिस चेंजेस इन योर रिपोजिटरी. So I'll go to the pull request tab. I click on new pull request. Okay. And यहाँ पे देख सकते हो like what I added. यहाँ पे पूरा वर्जन दिखता है. अगर मैं इसमें से कुछ डिलीट करके वापस पुश करूं तो यहाँ पे वो डिलीटेड पार्ट रेड से हाईलाइटेड होगा और पुश पार्ट, एडिट पार्ट ग्रीन से हाईलाइट होगा. तो अब मैं इसके बाद यहाँ से क्रिएट पुल रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा तो मेरे से कुछ मांगेगा. लाइक अगर मैं एमएससी को कुछ बोलना चाहता हूँ कि मैंने ये चेंज क्यों करा, मैंने क्या ऐड करा है, क्या नहीं करा है, तो मैं ऐड मतलब यहाँ पे कोई भी मैसेज डाल सकते हैं और जस्ट क्लिक ऑन क्रिएट पुल रिक्वेस्ट. as soon as you created a pull request, तो अब देखो MSC जैसे मैं ही मेंटेनर हूँ इसका, so I'm getting this merge pull request option. जैसे अब MSC जैसे मान लो मेंटेनर, अब ये मेंटेनर ने खोला अपनी साइड से, रिपोजिटरीज वाले सेक्शन में जाएगा मेंटेनर हैक्टोबरफेस्ट वाली रिपोजिटरी खोलेगा, उसके बाद पुल रिक्वेस्ट का ऑप्शन दिखेगा. ओके, पुल रिक्वेस्ट में जैसे मैंने ये इनिशियल कमिट डाला है, तो अब ये मर्ज पुल रिक्वेस्ट का ऑप्शन दिख रहा है. इट मींस अगर मैं अभी जाकर कंट्रीब्यूटर्स खोलूंगा MSC में, तो मेरा नाम नहीं दिख रहा है यहाँ पर MSC की रेपो के कंट्रीब्यूटर्स में. बट if I'll merge this pull request of mine, I'll merge this pull request and now I will check the contributors file. अब MSC की contributors file में मेरा नाम दिख रहा है. So this is how you can contribute to any kind of open source projects or anything. Any doubts, anyone? क्या लिखा है? जी Divya, can you repeat the last part? How to add name? You just have to change the file in your local machine and use these 3 commands: git add file name, git commit -m, and any kind of commit message you want to give. And this last command was git push. Are you guys okay with this? Everyone?
Yeah, I'm a little confused. Like, how
Yeah.
do you get the contributors.md file on your local machine? Like, how do I open that file?
By using the clone option, git clone. As I told you, like cloning a repository means copying that whole folder into your local machine. Did you miss out that part? Like git clone and I pasted the link and pressed enter.
Yes, yeah, I've done git
Yes,
clone and
after
I've
that-
changed the directory to Hacktoberfest. After that, how do I open that?
Okay, you change the directory to HACKTOBERFEST, then just open contributors.md file. Okay, like you can, if you have VS, do you have VS Code installed or any kind of code editor?
Yes, but I have VS Code.
So in VS Code, you can open the contributors.md file and you can edit the changes over there. Okay. We'll be having doubts. Don't worry. If you have more doubts, so you can rectify. Yes,
But yeah,
Mandakini.
small doubt. The thing is, I did till the add part 1, the add the git add one that I did. Then commit also I did, but I
Yes.
didn't understand the after commit what you wrote on the terminal and what you did on the like.
After
that.
git commit, I wrote git push. Pushing something means like from local machine, you are pushing that thing to the GitHub. So I wrote git push and just press the enter. The git push is the command only.
But yeah, when
one?
I entered git push,
Yes.
then it asks that user cancel dialog, and then it asks for the username and the password and stuff, and then it's paused.
Okay. For that, this Samriddhi sent a cheat sheet of git commands. You can use git config if if you have not configured your git, then git config user dot name and then your username. And second command is git config user dot mail email. Use these commands, and if someone is having problem in command line, just wait a minute. There is much interesting thing. I don't use the command line. I use the graphical user interface. It is way better than command line. Okay. So have you all got till now? Any doubts? Any more doubts? Okay. So this is how we contribute to an open source project, right? Now I'll be showing you how to contribute via GitHub desktop. So this is a software on GitHub Desktop. You can download it. Like just search GitHub Desktop on the Google. Open the first link. You can download it from here. Download later on. Like it is a big software, so it would take time. Just see the interface and understand. And if you will have doubts, then we'll clarify it. So just download it. If you will, and also, yes, when you will open GitHub Desktop, it would ask you to sign in via GitHub. So just do that, do the needful. Okay. So this is the interface of GitHub Desktop, as you all can see. So it contains file tab, from which you can make new repository, add a local repository, clone a repository, and etc. Edit option is there, view option is there, a particular repository option is there. Like whatever you can do from command line, you can do from here also, but very easily. For example, with the thing which I did from command line, like normally cloning a repository I did, then making the changes, committing it and pushing it. I'll do with this and you can see it yourself, like very easily I can do. So just, I need to clone it again. Like go as I open GitHub Desktop, I go to file option, I'll go to clone repository. Now I need to clone, for example, HACKTOBERFEST 2022 only. I'll click on clone. So that repository is cloning. Okay. So it is asking me if I want to contribute to the parent project or for my own purposes. So I wish to contribute to the parent project. Now, like this is the repository. I'll click on show in Explorer option. Is the screen visible, everyone?
Yes, Bhaiya.
Okay. I click the show in Explorer option. Okay. So I click the show in Explorer option. So I can see where my file is created. Now I will change file here. Like I'll add Harshit Yadav. Okay. I'll save this. As soon as I save this file, this thing, GitHub Desktop will tell me what changes I made and in which file I made, and I can write the message, commit message over here. Like I'll write the commit message updated file. Okay. I'll write the commit message updated file and I'll click commit to main. So someone asked that what is main and what are the branches. Now, for example, this is the main project which is working. I don't want to add, like I don't want to commit the changes to the main branch. I'll just click here. I'll click on new branch. I'll name this branch as test. I will create branch. And like if I want to leave my changes on main, or I want to bring my changes to test. So I'll choose the second option, as I don't want the main repository to be damaged or to be broken. So click on the bring my changes to test, switch branch. Now is everyone can see the current branch is test, not main. तो जो भी changes होंगे वो main branch में नहीं होंगे, तो उस branch में कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा चाहे मैं इस पे कितने भी changes करूं. Okay. So now I'll write a commit message, update file, and I'll click on commit to test. Okay. अब यहाँ पर ऑप्शन आ रहा है पब्लिश ब्रांच का. अब यहाँ पर जैसे हम लोग अगर इसको अलग टैब में खोलें, ठीक. Where are my repositories? यही रिपोजिटरी है ना जो हम लोगों ने क्लोन करी थी. अब जैसे मैं यहाँ पर अगर ब्रांच में जाऊं तो यहाँ मुझे कोई ब्रांच नहीं दिख रही है और ना ही contributors.md में हर्षित यादव ऐड हुआ है. सो क्यों ऐसा इसलिए नहीं हुआ है क्योंकि अभी तक मैंने पब्लिश नहीं करी है ब्रांच. पब्लिशिंग पुशिंग मीन्स द सेम. So as soon as I click on publish branch, just wait a minute. Yes, I clicked on publish branch. तो अब अगर हम GitHub पे जाके देखेंगे तो you can see यहाँ पे 2 ब्रांचेस बन गई हैं, है ना. और अगर मैं टेस्ट ब्रांच खोलूंगा और उसमें कंट्रीब्यूटर्स वाली फाइल देखूंगा तो यहाँ पर हर्षित यादव ऐड हुआ है. बट अगर मैं मेन वाली में जाकर देखूंगा तो उसमें हर्षित यादव ऐड नहीं हुआ है. तो ये चीज समझ में आई ना ब्रांचिंग वाली कि हाउ ब्रांचिंग वर्क्स। गाइस समझ में आ गया ये चीज कि हाउ ब्रांचिंग वर्क कैसे
Guys,
होता है।
just reply, please.
ओके आई गेस नो डाउट। तो नाउ अब
Understood,
जैसे
sir.
मैंने सर मत बोलो भाई। तो अब उसके बाद
Okay, भैया.
तो अब उसके बाद जैसे हम लोगों ने टेस्ट ब्रांच बनाई, अब उसको हमको मेन ब्रांच में मर्ज करना है। तो वही सेम पुल रिक्वेस्ट वाली चीज, कंपेयर एंड पुल रिक्वेस्ट पे क्लिक करेंगे हम लोग। तो अब देखो यहाँ पे तुम लोग देख सकते हो मैं कहाँ से कहाँ कर रहा हूँ वो भी दिखाई देता है। स्क्रीन जूम हुई है मेरी प्रांशु, स्क्रीन जूम्ड है।
हाँ अर्जुन।
ठीक है
भैया आपने
So,
जो चैट
you
में
can
भेजा
see.
है कि git config user dot name फिर यूजर नेम फिर ईमेल, ओके किस में टाइप
Yes.
करना है ये चीज?
वो तुमको गिट बैश में टाइप करना है। अच्छा ये देखो ये जो समृद्धि ने एक लिंक भेजी थी चीट शीट, इफ यू विल ओपन दिस तो तुमको
चीट
दो
शीट
पेजेस
मतलब
दिखेंगे।
वो डॉक्यूमेंटेशन है एक तरीके का, सबका
हाँ
डॉक्यूमेंटेशन है वो।
डॉक्यूमेंटेशन ही समझ जाओ तुम उसको। हाँ लाइक उसमें एक 2 पेजेस का है, सारे गिट के कमांड्स हैं। बट देखो अब मैंने तुमको ये गिटहब डेस्कटॉप वाली चीज बताई, तो यू गाइज ओनली टेल विच वाज प्रेफरेबल डेस्कटॉप और यूजिंग CLI। कंफर्टेबल गया है गिटहब डेस्कटॉप के कमांड्स याद करना।
C line is easy.
सी लाइन भैया डेस्कटॉप उतना अच्छे से समझ नहीं।
समझ नहीं आया? अच्छा
तो कमांड्स बहुत ज्यादा है, वो बहुत कन्वीनियंट होता है C line वाला, सिर्फ हार्डली 2-3 कमांड्स।
हाँ नहीं अगर तुम गिटहब में मतलब एकदम वास्ट डीप डाइव कर लो ना, लाइक क्रिएटिंग ब्रांच, चेकआउट ब्रांच, तो उसमें बहुत सारे कमांड्स हैं। वो चीज अगर गिटहब डेस्कटॉप से कंफर्टेबल हो जाओ ग्राफिकल यूजर इंटरफेस से तो बहुत इजी पड़ता है। बट कमांड लाइन फास्टर होती है, बस ये चीज है कमांड लाइन फास्टर होती है डेस्कटॉप से। सो अब देखो जैसे टेस्ट ब्रांच हम लोगों ने बनाई थी। सो बेस मेन ब्रांच, अब जैसे बेस रिपोजिटरी तो MSC के हैकटोबरफेस्ट 2022 थी और मेन ब्रांच थी। अब मैं इसमें कहाँ से पुल रिक्वेस्ट भेज रहा हूँ? अपनी ब्रांच, अपनी रिपोजिट, अपने अकाउंट से टेस्ट ब्रांच से भेज रहा हूँ, तो उनके पास भी यही चीज जाएगी। लाइक आई एज सून एज आई क्रिएट अ पुल रिक्वेस्ट, तो पुल रिक्वेस्ट में यही चीज दिखेगी उनको। तो जैसे अब यहाँ पे ऑप्शन दिखता है, लाइक अगर मैं कमिट में क्लिक करूंगा ना, यहाँ जैसे मैं मेंटेनर हूँ, तो मेंटेनर अगर कमिट में क्लिक करके देखना चाहता है कि इसने क्या करा है सामने वाले ने, तो सारे कमिट्स वो देख सकता है। एज आई टोल्ड यू इट इज अ वर्जन ट्रैक कंट्रोल सिस्टम, तो वही सेम चीज है। यू आर गॉट दिस पॉइंट? कुछ नहीं समझ में आया अभी तक? कमिट मैसेज बाय दिव्या सब मर्ज कर दूंगा मैं, नो वरीज। बट हाँ will the owner see? Yes, owner can see the test branch. Owner can see all the branches which you made. Like तुमने उसको भेजा ना, तुमने एक टेस्ट ब्रांच बनाई है अपनी रिपोजिटरी में, उसको तुम उसकी मेन ब्रांच में मर्ज कर रहे हो, तो ये चीज तुमने उसको भेजा तो वो देख सकता है ये चीज। ऑल्सो ये चीज मैं बता देता हूँ कि जो रिपोजिटरी है वो हैकटोबरफेस्ट में इंक्लूडेड नहीं है, तो ये मत समझना कि इंक्लूडेड है, वो मैं बताऊंगा कि कैसे मतलब कौन सी रिपोजिटरीज हैं। ओके थोड़ा समझ आया? ठीक है अच्छे से बाद में आ जाएगा, एक बार वापस रिवाइज कर लेना। ओके कूल। सो नाउ अब गिटहब जैसे लाइक गिटहब का केवल यही चीज नहीं होती है। लाइक अब तुम ये एक्सप्लोर वाला सेक्शन देख रहे हो गिटहब में, एनीवन इज रेजिंग हैंड? अच्छा तो ये एक्सप्लोर वाला ऑप्शन जो है, एक्सप्लोर वाला सेक्शन जो है, हियर यू कैन एक्सप्लोर मेनी रिपोजिटरीज व्हिच आर ट्रेंडिंग। लाइक ये ट्रेंडिंग वाले ऑप्शन में जाके यू कैन सी द ट्रेंडिंग रिपोजिटरीज जो बहुत मतलब ज्यादा लोगों ने कंट्रीब्यूट करा हो, बहुत पॉपुलर रिपोजिटरीज हो। और इन द टॉपिक सेक्शन, लाइक इफ यू आर सर्चिंग फॉर एन एल्गोरिदम और यू आर एन एंड्रॉइड डेवलपर or an Angular developer, so you can just click on Android and you'll get all the repositories related to Android. किसी में भी तो लाइक तुमको बुक्स चाहिए, तुमको किसी का कोड चाहिए, तो सब कुछ अवेलेबल होता है गिटहब पे। लाइक अब फॉर एग्जांपल मान लो मुझको वेब डेवलपमेंट की रिपोजिटरी में कंट्रीब्यूट करना है। तो आई जस्ट सर्च वेब डेवलपमेंट एंड आई क्लिक ऑन ऑल गिटहब। नाउ यू कैन सी लाइक देयर आर प्लेंटी ऑफ वेब डेवलपमेंट, लाइक 100 पेजेस हैं, 100 से भी ज्यादा होंगे। तो इतनी सारी रिपोजिटरीज हैं वेब डेवलपमेंट की, तो तुम किसी भी वेब डेवलपमेंट में खोलो, उसको फोक कर सकते हो, उसको अपने स्टार में सेव कर सकते हो। फोक करने के बाद उसको अपने पीसी पे क्लोन भी कर सकते हो। इफ यू डोंट वांट टू कंट्रीब्यूट तब भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। तुम बस तुमको कोई कोड अच्छा लगा, तुमको मान लो तुमने एक प्रोजेक्ट देखा, किसी ने कोई गेम बनाया है, तुमको वो अच्छा लगा, तुम चाहते हो कि तुम उसको अपने पीसी पे चलाओ, तो जस्ट फोक इट एंड क्लोन इट। नो नीड टू लाइक इट इज नॉट कंपल्शन कि तुम उस पर कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट करो ही, उसमें पीआर जनरेट करो। पीआर मीन्स पुल रिक्वेस्ट। ओके, एंड यू कैन ऑल्सो फिल्टर बाय लैंग्वेजेस। लाइक तुमको सिर्फ HTML आता है तो वेब डेवलपमेंट में क्लिक ऑन HTML, देन तुमको सारी रिपोजिटरीज सिर्फ HTML की दिखेंगी। यू कैन contribute in this also. Now I'll show you some cool repositories. Before that, any doubts, anyone? अभी तक कोई दिक्कत किसी भी चीज में?
भैया, is it always necessary to clone the entire repository? Like बहुत सारे projects हैं जिसके बहुत बड़े repositories है. So does it need to be cloned on your local device?
फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं अच्छा एग्जाम्पल लेके बताता हूँ। लाइक मान लो ये रिपोजिटरी है फॉर एग्जाम्पल, ठीक है, बहुत बड़ी रिपोजिटरी है, सब है नहीं, पर मान लो ये है। तो जैसे अब तुमको इसमें ऐड करना है फाइल, तो जस्ट इसको फोक करना अपने में, क्योंकि विदाउट फोर्किंग यू कैन नॉट ऐड। लाइक देख भी लो यहाँ पे, अगर मैं ऐड फाइल पे जाऊंगा, अपलोड पे जाऊंगा, तो वो दिखा देगा कि अपलोड्स आर डिसेबल्ड, क्योंकि मैं उसके अकाउंट पे अपलोड थोड़ी कर सकता हूँ। तो फर्स्ट आई नीड टू फोक दिस रिपोजिटरी। तो मैंने इसको फोक करी, फोक करने के बाद ये मेरे अकाउंट पे आ गई, ठीक है। फोक करने के बाद अब मान लो ये इतने सारे प्रोग्राम्स यहाँ पर विजिबल है, मेरे को कोई फाइल ऐड करनी है या मुझको कुछ एडिट करना है। तो अगर मुझे कोई फाइल ऐड करनी है तो यहाँ पे जाके अपलोड कर सकता हूँ मैं अपने पीसी से। लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल मैंने अपलोड पे क्लिक किया और यहाँ पे मैं ये अपलोड करना चाहता हूँ। अपलोड करने के बाद मैं कमिट कर दूंगा और कमिट के बाद मैं डायरेक्टली उसमें पीआर जनरेट कर सकता हूँ, ठीक है। हेलो, इसका डाउट चाहिए? ओके। और हाँ, एक और चीज, लाइक अब तुमको मान लो किसी का कोड लिखा हुआ है, ये 2D एरे का कोड है। अब ये कोड लिखा हुआ है किसी ने, तुमने ये कोड को देखा, तुमको लगा कि ये कोड में कुछ गलती है या इसमें कोई इम्प्रोवाइजेशन कर सकते हैं, तो जस्ट वो कोड खोलना, ये पेंसिल वाला बटन, मतलब एडिट द फाइल, तो एडिट करना इसको और जस्ट चेंज कर देना फाइल। चेंज करने के बाद यू कैन कमिट द चेंजेस, लिख देना यहाँ पर तुमने क्या चेंज करा है, क्यों चेंज करा है, एंड जस्ट फिर कमिट करने के बाद पुल रिक्वेस्ट जनरेट कर देना। वो फिर मेन रिपोजिटरी में पुल रिक्वेस्ट पहुंच जाएगी, मेंटेनर एक बार रिव्यू कर लेगा, अगर उसको सही लगा तो वो मर्ज कर देगा। गॉट इट? there are three methods. You can use the GitHub CLI one, the GitHub desktop, and the GitHub website itself for adding or for contributing. Okay, अब HACKTOBERFEST पे आ जाते हैं। लाइक HACKTOBERFEST, वेट अ मिनट। GitHub वाला पार्ट सबको क्लियर है? और कोई दिक्कत GitHub वाले पार्ट में? एनीवन? ठीक है। सो लाइक अब HACKTOBERFEST पे आ जाते हैं, जो मेन टॉपिक था GitHub का, GitHub बताने का। तो HACKTOBERFEST जस्ट गूगल पे सर्च करना, फर्स्ट लिंक मिल जाएगी, उस लिंक को खोलना, यू विल गेट दिस काइंड ऑफ पेज। तुम लोग स्टार्ट हैकिंग पे क्लिक कर देना, अगर लाइक रजिस्टर कर चुके हो तो। अगर नहीं करा है रजिस्टर तो क्लिक ऑन रजिस्टर नाउ। फिर तुम लोगों से पूछा जाएगा लाइक ऑथराइज विद गिटहब और गिटलैब, तो ऑथराइज करना गिटहब से, इनिशिएट, फिर साइन इन वगैरह मांगेगा गिटहब का, तो साइन इन कर देना। आफ्टर साइनिंग इन ऐसा कुछ दिखेगा इंटरफेस, लेट मी शो यू। after signing in this like your profile, then the pull request which you have created and which are like ये जैसे ये दो मैंने जो create करी थी ये excluded थी, बाकी मैंने create करी थी वो included थी. तो इसी तरह से अब how can you find what repositories are excluded and what are not? तो like search वाले option पे जाना, यहाँ पर डालना HACKTOBERFEST 2022. ओके, यहाँ पर बहुत सारी रिपोजिटरीज आ जाएंगी. लाइक अब तुम लोग इसको खोल सकते रिपोजिटरी को और इट वुड हैव अ लेबल ऑफ HACKTOBERFEST 2022, HACKTOBERFEST एक्सेप्टेड. ये सब जो लेबल्स होते हैं ये सब एक्सेप्टेड होती हैं, और अगर ये एक्सक्लूडेड होंगी उनका रीडमी जरूर चेक कर लेना. रीडमी इज लाइक बेसिक थिंग इफ यू आर कंट्रीब्यूटिंग टू अ प्रोजेक्ट. फर्स्ट स्टेप इज reading the readme file because it contains each and every information of the repository. Okay, just check the readme file and you can contribute any of the projects. There are many projects of code and no code also. Like no code में documentation होता है, no code में design वाले projects भी होते हैं काफी. So just search and just create pull request goodies वगैरह के लिए. Any doubts till now? HACKTOBERFEST वाले part में?
No way.
ओके, तो यहाँ पर किसी को वो पता है क्या लाइक जेट ब्रेन्स वगैरह के बारे में या पाइचार्न का प्रीमियम वाली चीज, प्रीमियम फीचर्स ऑफ सम सॉफ्टवेयर्स है किसी के पास?
से ग्राफिक्स वगैरह ऐड होता है राइट?
ग्राफिक्स इसमें
GitHub में कुछ प्रीमियम वगैरह कुछ रहता है तो लाइक यू कैन ऐड इन रिपोजिटरीज, यू कैन ऐड पिक्चर्स एंड ग्राफिक्स एंड स्टफ्स द प्रोग्राम.
नहीं, वो तो तुम ऐसे भी ऐड कर सकती हो. वो रीडमी फाइल्स बनती हैं उसमें यू कैन ऐड मार्कडाउन फाइल्स होती हैं. देयर आर मेनी रीडमी जनरेटर्स लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल हमारे एमएससी से एग्जांपल ले लेते हैं. यहाँ पर कोड मास्टर 17 कौन है? हर्षित.
जी सर.
तो ये हर्षित की प्रोफाइल है. लाइक यू कैन सी दिस रीडमी फाइल, इसमें ये ग्राफिक्स वगैरह सब है. तो ये रीडमी फाइल बनती है. लाइक यू कैन ऑल्सो मेक वाया रीडमी जनरेटर. अगर गूगल पे डालोगे ना रीडमी जनरेटर तो बहुत सारे मिल जाएंगे. फर्स्ट लिंक ही क्लिक करोगे तो लाइक अपना नाम डालो, सब कुछ यहाँ पे डालोगे तो लास्ट ऑप्शन तुमको दिखेगा, नेट नहीं आ रहा, लास्ट ऑप्शन तुमको दिखेगा जनरेट रीडमी. देन एक फाइल डाउनलोड हो जाएगी .md एक्सटेंशन में, मार्कडाउन एक्सटेंशन में. यू कैन जस्ट अपलोड दैट फाइल टू योर GitHub प्रोफाइल एंड यू कैन ऑल्सो सी सम कूल प्रोफाइल लाइक दिस. हर्षित फन है ना? हर्षित
गॉट इट भैया.
यस डेफिनेटली.
कूल. तो मैं ये बता रहा था, एक लाइक सब लोग के पास स्टूडेंट मेल तो होगी ना?
हाँ भैया.
तो GitHub स्टूडेंट डेवलपर पैक जस्ट सर्च करना गूगल पर और फर्स्ट लिंक खोलना. तो इट लाइक स्टूडेंट मेल डालने से और थोड़ा सा लिख देना कि हाउ डू यू प्लान टू यूज GitHub इफ यू आर अ स्टूडेंट. लिख देना कि मेनी ओपन सोर्स प्रोजेक्ट में कंट्रीब्यूट करेंगे वगैरह वगैरह. फिर दे विल आस्क यू फॉर अ प्रूफ, तो अपना आईडी कार्ड का प्रूफ डाल देना. So you will get access within 10 to 15 days to GitHub Pro plan. And Pro plan में Microsoft Azure का प्रीमियम, नेमचीप, JetBrains, मोस्टली बहुत अच्छे कोड एडिटर्स का भी, Heroku एक होस्टिंग सर्विस है, एंड GitHub पेजेस, VS Code में जैसे GitHub Copilot, if you have heard about what is GitHub Copilot, ये सब के तुम लोग को एक्सेस मिल सकता है. ओके, लाइक दिखा भी देता हूँ. यहाँ पे साइन अप करोगे फॉर स्टूडेंट डेवलपर पैक, देन गेट स्टूडेंट बेनिफिट्स. फिर यहाँ पर तुम लोग को, जैसे मैंने सबमिट करी हुई है, फिर यहाँ पर तुम लोग को लाइक अपनी स्टूडेंट मेल डालनी है. फिर हाउ डू यू प्लान टू यूज GitHub. फिर उसके बाद कंटिन्यू करना है. कंटिन्यू करने के बाद वो तुमसे आईडी प्रूफ मांगेगा, तो अपना आईडी प्रूफ डाल देना बस. फिर 10 to 15 डेज में एप्लीकेशन रिव्यू होके तुम लोग के पास प्रो प्लान की मेल आ जाएगी, यू आर एलिजिबल फॉर द प्रो प्लान. और ये केवल 4 साल तक रहेगा. लाइक इफ यू आर फर्स्ट ईयर, तो जब तक तुम लोग की मेल रहेगी स्टूडेंट मेल तब तक रहेगा. Okay. And also, just you need just 4 pull requests to grab these kind of goodies like t-shirts, stickers, etc. in the Hacktoberfest. 4 valid pull requests, not any pull request. Cool.
Did anyone notice Archit is wearing HACKTOBERFEST t-shirt?
Yes, भैया, grey one.
White वाली तो भाई बात पहले बंद हो गई. Harshit, you noticed? Thank you, Harshit.
Yes.
Thank you, Harshit.
Welcome.
So let me give you some cool repositories also. अभी दें हर्षित, बाद में दें, लास्ट में दें.
Yes, definitely. You can give it later. We can move to the next segment, HTML and CSS part of the project.
हाँ. So over to you, Isha. Thank you, guys. If you are having any problem, so do ping me. Okay, thank you.
I'll share your social media handles in the chat box.
Yes, sure. And also at the
Over
end
to
of
you, Isha.
at the end of today's session, I'll be providing some 6 to 7 cool repositories which are actually helpful. So stay tuned. Thank you.
Thank you, Archit.
Thank you so much, Archit, for such insightful information on Git and GitHub. Now, without any further ado, let's move on to the next session of the event about HTML and CSS and a minor project that you can flaunt to your recruiters. Over to you, Preetham.
So, hi guys. We had 2 great sessions. One was the quiz, and after that, it was a session on GitHub and Git and GitHub. So now it's time for the coding part. Now, before going to the coding part, let me interact with you a bit. So, have you guys heard about the term web development?
Yes, भैया.
That's great. And those who don't know about it, they will be knowing it in their 4th semester. So under the web development has much influence in the current world. Many companies are recruiting web developers, and many shops are now wanting their website, and many people are getting their jobs in the web development domain. So one of the easiest PR to be given in a GitHub is writing a web development code. So under web development, we have front end and many other things, and I will be focusing on the front end part. Under front end, we have 3 things mainly. One is HTML, and next is the CSS part, and the third is the JS part. So today, me, Preetham Pal, will be taking on the HTML part. So अब सब ध्यान से मेरी बात सुनो. अब सब एक मन में सोचो एक घर के बारे में. सोच रहे हो ना गाइस? एक घर के बारे में सोचो. सब सोच रहे हैं या सो गए हैं? हाँ,
सोच रहे हैं.
गाइस रिप्लाई कर दिया करो.
हाँ, अब वो घर में जो घर का जो बुनियाद होता है, जो पिलर्स होते हैं, वो सब that's the HTML part of the website. It's the skeleton part of a website. और जो घर का जो डेकोरेशन पार्ट्स होते हैं, जैसे पेंट या फिर कुछ भी बालकनी या फिर जो भी उनका होता है, घर का जो भी डेकोरेटिव पार्ट जो घर को सुंदर बनाता है, that's the CSS part which make a website look attractive. And the third is the जो घर को जिंदा करता है या जिससे घर मेनली चलता है, like the circuit part or the plumbing part or the sewage system and all and ventilation system, वो सब घर को बना रहना लायक बनाता है. तो that's the JS part for you. JS makes the website work. So अब ये हो गया. अब और एक क्वेश्चन है, ये सबके लिए है. So it's a common question. Can anybody say me the full form of HTML? You can either say
Hypertext markup language.
yeah, both of you were correct. Yashat, you can also say. Okay.
Hypertext markup language.
Yeah, nice. That's the correct answer. It's hypertext markup language. So now let me screen share. So everybody can see my screen.
Yes, Bhaiya.
Yeah. It is the editor's website, official website. So you can see it is a proper made website using HTML. Here you can see that there are some links upon which if we click it take us to a new web page. So these are the hypertext part. It usually redirect us to a new web page in a new tab or in the same tab. It has two types. So now you can see that make your move and we are the one. They are of different font size and different spacing is there. So it is usually made using the CSS part. You can usually use HTML to write this part, but for it is white in color. If you want any other color, then you can use the CSS part to make it colorful and all. And after that, let me show you what we are going to make it today. So you can see it's a password generator that we are going to make today. Many used to have to log into many website where they are asking password and all. So we can use this for giving any random password. So here, let me show you how it's working. Let me click it on. Let me keep the password strength to 8 and let's generate a password. So here you can see it is generating a password. If you click again, it will randomize another one password. So we will going to make this one. So now let's move on to the coding part. If anybody has VS Code, you can open that up. And other people who don't have VS Code, then they can open the Notepad++ or Notepad, simple Notepad. And you can write the code, which I am going to write now. So those who have VS Code, open it up and go to extension. In extension, search live server. You will get this. You just have to install it. It's an extension where you can see your live code in a website. So before writing the code of a HTML file or CSS file, anyone, just install it in your VS Code. So now let's go to file. Click on open folder. Make any folder that you like. I have made one project and click on open. Now just create a file. You can write any name. I have written HTML PTSC. After writing the name, just write .html before saving it, as the code runner will get to know that it's an HTML file. So everybody is catch up to this. The guys in the notepad, you can also make this same file. Just keep it .html.
एकदम extension part एक बार फिर से समझा दो.
So in the name a file, you can name anything, and after naming it, you just have to write .html at the last part. .html. .html. This part you have to write. Then save the file. So I think you guys have catch up to this. I'm a mid-level coder. My coding speed is mid-level, so everybody would be able to catch up to me. So if you are unable to catch up, then I will give you the whole screenshot of the code after I writing this. So now let's start the coding part. Everyone who are typing with me, just press the exclamation mark and press enter. You will get a basic syntax of the HTML. Here you can see the meta part, just clear it out, we don't need now. This is the basic syntax of HTML. So you can see the doc type, it is written doc type. it usually represents the version of the HTML. So anybody can from the members, can anybody say me what is the current version of HTML? The latest version of HTML.
HTML5. HTML.
Yes, 5. Yeah, that's the correct option. It's HTML5. So now we have basically two parts in a syntax. First part is the head part, and second part is the body part. It's works similar to our human being. Its functioning is similar to us. Usually, the head part gives the website its info or the information that we get from looking at the website. As you see, head part of common or so now we have to just change the title. In the title part, title is just the title of. So we just have to name something. In the title part, everybody write like our title will be password generator. So we have given the title. Now let's move on to the body part. In the body part, we are going to make container. To make container, we are going to use div tags. So many of you will be having doubts that what are tags. Head and body are also a type of tags. Head and body are the close tags. As you can see, here is the starting part, and the ending part contains a slash part. So it's a closing type of tag. Tags are basically information that the compiler gets to know, and it's interpreted to the website that what it's going to show and how the content of the website is going to be shown. Tags are basically that part. So we have to make containers. Containers we can make using div tag. So let me write the code. Then I will explain the div part. We have to mention a class part. Class is for naming the container. Just we have to name anything that you like. I am naming it container. And then let's close it up. Yeah, it's the close part. We have named the container. Now, the class part usually names the container, gives a name to a container, and it's basically useful in the JS part as they are going to be making functions on the basis of the name of the container. So now, what's the div part? So div part usually अगर अब तुम अपने किचन में देखोगे कंटेनर्स रहता है यूटेंसिल्स को स्टोर करने के लिए या फिर कुछ भी फूड या फिर कोई भी सामान होता है जो कंटेनर में स्टोर हुआ होता है div is basically that thing. It usually stores elements in HTML
प्रीतम,
का भाषा
हेलो
में
प्रीतम,
it's elements.
स्क्रीन फ्रोजन, स्क्रीन जरा वापस रीशेयर करना, स्टॉप शेयरिंग करके.
Okay. फिर से कनेक्ट. Sorry guys, I am having some net issues. As you know, KIIT Wi-Fi, its net speed goes up and down. So I'm closing the screen face cam so that we will have less net issues. Archit, can you see the screen?
Yes, it is visible.
Yes, yes, now it is visible.
Okay. So let's continue from the dip part. Dip part is basically the thing that usually store elements. Like in kitchen, we usually stores biscuit chips and all in a container. It's similar to that. Uh, div also can store another container inside it. Div is basically a container, but it can also store one more container or more than one container within it. So container within a container, similar to a nesting doll, if you can guess it. So now let us make one more container inside it. Before making a container, let's give a heading to our page. For heading, we are using H1. We have various type of heading. Depending upon the size and the font and spacing of the font, H1 is the largest one of them. You can use anyone H1, H2, H3 for giving the heading. I'm using H1, so it will be bold and you can see it clearly. So we are writing password generator. Though the heading is done, now let's create one more container and we will name it input. Close the container. And now inside it, we are going to make another one container, but we are not going to give it a name. It will be nameless container. So many of you will be getting confused by this. तो it's basically एक कंटेनर के अंदर एक कंटेनर नाम का एक डब्बा है जिसके अंदर एक इनपुट नाम का डब्बा है एंड इनपुट नाम के डब्बे के अंदर 5 हम अननोन नाम के डब्बे बनाएंगे जिसके ऊपर हम फिर वर्क करेंगे. अभी लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द फर्स्ट कंटेनर. सो आई एम जस्ट राइटिंग द कोड टू ऑल गाइस कैच अप विद इट.
Pritam, you are not audible.
Yeah, after writing
Okay,
it, I
okay.
will explain it.
Guys, any problem we are facing except the net issues? भाई वो तो सही नहीं कर सकते.
So we have completed one container. Here you can see, let's check it out in the live server. Those who are in VS Code can click on the live server. Here the extension part will be showing here. Just click on it and it will be redirected. So here you can guys, you can see we have written the font heading password generator, and this is the container that we have made, include number. Here you can see it is a checkbox type. That's why we have written type checkbox. So if you click on it, it turns blue, and if you click on it again, then it goes to its original state. Now just copy this container from div to div, this part, and just copy it and just paste it 4 more times. Yeah, now we have made total 5 containers. We just have to change the name. It should be include number. first it's include number, and the second one it will be include symbols, as we have symbols in a password. And we will name it also include symbols. And the third one will be include lowercase, as we have to write sometimes in lowercase also. Lowercase. Lowercase. And this will be lowercase. And this will be up. So, and the last one will be password length. We have to specify the length of a password. Here, just in the fifth one, we have to just change a bit in the type section. It will be password length. We have to specify the number, so it won't be checkbox. It will be number type, as we have to mention the number. And just keep it the level part above it, so that the include length shows in the screen first. Now let's check in the live server what we have done. So here you can see we have made the 5 containers, include number, symbol, lowercase, uppercase, and password length. Here you can see after increasing the part, it increases the length, and we can decrease the length also. So anybody from the meet, can you answer me that if we have to write instead of number, if you have to write character in that space, so what should we have write in the type part?
A to Z, like small case or uppercase. So like A to Z will be there.
A to Z. Anybody else can specify what type part we have to write, so that we can write number here. Okay. The answer is for showing the characters here, we just have to write characters. We don't need to write A to Z. If you write character just, it will basically take it as character. You can check it out in the live server. Here you can write characters now. So you can just basically write character here. So now let's change it back to number. Now most of the part is completed, only one part is remaining. So the remaining part is the button. Now we have button is the main thing of this program, as button will be doing the main part of combining all the above options and giving us the result. So after the first part, we have to make a button. Just write the code with me. For making a button, we have to use the button tag. Button, name it as generate button, and after that give a ID to it. ID will be similar as the name. Generated. Sorry, we have to write on click part here. as button will be functioning on a function, and we have to specify the function here. The function that we will be using is generate password function. Generate. You can recognize a function by this part, and there will be two brackets beside each other. That shows that it's a function, and the function part will be taught by my friend Krishna tomorrow. He will be teaching in the JS part. So on click, this function will be running here. So close the button tag, and we have to give a name to the button that it will be showing in the screen. So we will be using the paragraph tag. We will mention its name. It will be password, and ID will be similar, generated password. Now let's close the paragraph, and now let's check what we have made. This part is not coming. I guess we have to keep it in the upper part, and let's check it again. So any of you guys can figure out what's the error in this part? Why the button is not showing? So let me tell you what
Try
the
entering
part.
the name of the button.
Yeah, that is almost correct. We have to write the paragraph part after the button one, and then let's check it out if it's showing. div dot I guess it's having issue again. Yeah, we forgot to write the main thing. Generate password. Yeah, silly of me. Forgot to give the button its name. The password will be above it. Yeah. So we basically have to write generate password that I forgot after button. It is used to give the name to the button. Then we have to write the paragraph part so that it differentiate the button from other parts. We have written generate password here in the button tag. Inside the button tag, we have to mention it. That's the error we were facing. Now you can see it's working. So this is the HTML part that I was going to show you. And as you can see, it looks very lame. So guys, what is the rating for this appearance? Is it good, bad, or nice? Just give it in the chat box. And those who need the code for this, let me show you once more so you can take the screenshot of it.
You can
Yeah,
copy
guys.
paste that in chat also.
Okay.
Yeah, it came a
So
little
guys who
later.
can match in the, yeah, I guess you can send the code in the full chat. Those who want to take the screenshot, they can take it. And those who can take from the chat, they can take from the chat.
Also,
So
on the day 2, we'll be providing you the full, all the files of HTML, CSS, and JS. So don't worry. Just stay with us till day 2.
अब इसको सुंदरता देने के लिए मेरा दोस्त अमान आ रहा है. So let me hand over the mic to Aman and thank you guys.
Isha? Harshit?
Isha?
Harshit, I guess it's too late. Like, we can take the CSS and JavaScript session tomorrow also, right?
Yeah, sure.
Cool then.
Isha, make the announcement regarding tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. So thank you, Preetham, for an amazing session. So guys, today we'll wrap it up now. And tomorrow we'll continue with this project and complete its CSS and JavaScript part and take this project to the next level. The most interesting part is there will be an announcement of competition and the prize you will get will be lifetime sport. So hope you got to learn something from our session. Thank you. Thanks a
So
lot
guys,
for joining.
Guys, as I promised, I'll be showing you some cool GitHub repos at the end of the session. So here are some repos. Like, this is the first repo of cheat sheets. Like, if you want to learn anything, like for example, you want to learn the languages. Now you want to learn C language. Just click on it and you are having the whole cheat sheet, like what is Linux, the commands, everything. The second repo is 30 seconds of code. This consists of some small projects of JavaScript. And third repo is a developer roadmap. So इसमें like तुम लोगों को कुछ भी सीखना है, फ्रंट एंड, बैक एंड, डेवऑप्स. फॉर एग्जांपल मेरे को फ्रंट एंड सीखना है, तो जस्ट मैं फ्रंट एंड पे क्लिक करूंगा इस रिपोजिटरी में एंड आई बी रीडायरेक्टेड टू अ पेज. इसमें पूरा रोड मैप आ जाएगा एक फ्रंट एंड डेवलपर कैसे बने. लाइक स्टार्ट विद दिस, ये आर्टिकल्स पढ़ो, ये वीडियोस पढ़ो. लाइक दिस ऑल आर हाइपर लिंक्स टू आर्टिकल्स एंड वीडियोस. ओके. एक रेपो है ई बुक, जिससे यहाँ पर मोस्टली प्रोग्रामिंग की बुक्स मिल जाएंगी आप लोगों को. एक अगर रीडमी फाइल में जाएंगे तो मोस्टली बुक्स वगैरह सब मिल जाएंगी एंड अलग अलग लैंग्वेजेस में भी मिल जाएंगी. इसमें सारे कोर्सेस वगैरह मिल जाएंगे, सारे रिसोर्सेस मिल जाएंगे. एंड इन द दिस इज द लास्ट वन एंड द बेस्ट वन, लाइक ऑल द एल्गोरिदम्स ऑफ ऑल द लैंग्वेजेस. लाइक सी लैंग्वेज की आपको एल्गोरिदम चाहिए तो ये एल्गोरिदम में क्लिक ऑन सी. सारी एल्गोरिदम्स हर चीज की, ग्रीडी एल्गोरिदम, like there are many algorithms you'll learn later on. So I'm just sharing all these repository links with you. Just save it somewhere. Okay. And Harshit, एक screenshot ले ले. तब तक video
Yes,
बंद
sure.
करते हैं.
So
So can
guys
you
who can turn off their camera, so please turn it on.
can you guys please turn on your camera and for the screenshot and make sure you also put the story in and tag MSC KIIT on Instagram.
Guys, those who are willing to come to the MSc society, they can see this hoodie. If you are coming to our society, you will be getting this. So I hope in the next recruitment you will be coming.
Guys, switch on your cameras.
Show some energy, guys.
कैमरा ऑन कर लो सब. ऑनलाइन क्लासेस
जल्दी
नहीं चल
जल्दी
रहे.
कर लो भाई, खाना खाने भी जाना है.
प्रॉक्सी नहीं लगानी, इधर कैमरा ऑन करना है.
हर्षित कैमरा ऑन करो.
Archie is just getting dressed up for the photo pic.
हर्षित को बहुत टाइम लगता है भाई. Krishna, Anand, Pranchu, Samriddhi, and बाकी participants भी.
जो कैमरा ऑन कर सकता है कर ले, सिर्फ 5 मिनट का ही काम है.
So, who's taking the screenshot?
Harshit, ले.
Oh, sure.
Just give a countdown of 5 after they are ready.
Please post this to your Instagram story and don't forget to tag MSC KIIT. And stay tuned for the updates. Also, we'll be announcing the winners on the Instagram of the quiz.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, Harshit, wrap up. Don't forget to join tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Registration links are working. So if your friends have not registered and attended today, they can do so tomorrow also. So they can register now and attend the session tomorrow.
Also, you can share this same link to your friends. Like the same link will be working for tomorrow's meeting. So you can share this link and provide them. Okay, thank you guys.
Everyone for joining.
Thank you everyone for joining.
Bye guys. Indo is the hostel meet.